Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jeff Traylor Stadium here in Gilmer, Texas for the Battle of the G-Towns between Gilmer and the Gladewater Bears. The Gladewater Bears come into tonight's contest ranked second in the state in their classification of 3A, which is just below the Gilmer's Division II 4A classification. Of course, the Gilmer Buckeyes, 8 months removed from their appearance at AT&T Stadium in the state championship game last year, with their only 2 losses of the 14-2 record, with Coach Alan Metzel's first year at the helm, coming to the state champion, 8-time state champion Carthage Bulldogs, who the Buckeyes will see again in Carthage in Week 5, and then hopefully again at AT&T Stadium for a rematch, if at all. But the Gladewater Bears come into tonight behind their ex-quarterback, ironically the last quarterback who was under center when the Gladewater Bears beat the Gilmer Buckeyes 20-14 all the way back in 2001. Since then, the Buckeyes have reeled off 16 straight victories against the Gladewater Bears and have really dominated this series as the Jeff Traylor era began and the 2000s started. Here we are now 20 years later, and Coach Levere brings his staff and his team into Gilmer, looking to avenge last year's loss in Gladewater, which the Buckeyes were kind of dominant in the coming out party of first-year quarterback Brandon Tennyson. Tennyson is a long way removed from where he started last year, and he's made up a lot of ground since we talked about him. He's committed to the University of Texas at San Antonio. He'll be a road runner down there with Coach Jeff Traylor and Coach Kurt Traylor at UTSA. He's a hard commit, of course, being a pupil of not only Coach Metzel, but Coach Metzel's star pupil, 2009 Mr. Texas football and state champion Stump Godfrey, who has been quarterback coaching in the offseason with the Tennysons. And we'll see both of them likely tonight. The freshman, Caden Tennyson, a lot of you will be talking about him as the season progresses. He is kind of version 2.0 of what you've come to love about Brandon. What can you say about Brandon Tennyson, the heart and soul of the Buckeyes so far? In a 14-2 kind of unexpected run to a state title game appearance last year. Brandon is Mr. MVP of the East Texas region. He is preseason MVP in 4A. First team All-State quarterback, and got his sights set on a big year. And boy, in this offseason, Brandon's really come on. I mean, the strength that he's put on and just the maturation, not just physically but mentally. It's been a long time just watching practice since you've literally been able to hear the Gilmer Buckeyes run passing drills. The first time that I heard it was a guy named G.J. Kinney, who is now the offensive coordinator at the University of Central Florida. Went on to be the quarterback for the Tulsa Golden Wave and also for the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFL before starting his coach career. When G.J. threw the ball, you could literally hear it coming. Then, of course, Stump Godfrey, Mr. Buckeye, the most highly decorated Buckeye of all time. You could hear it when he was running drills, and now you can hear it again. The ball literally is whistling when it goes through the air. The arm strength that you'll see from Brandon Zennison tonight, I think you'll notice he's just a year older, a year mature. He makes all the throws incredibly accurate, and we're talking about somebody that already is almost 65% passing completion ratio going into this year, and that's off of his junior year performance. So the Gladewater Bears come in tonight. We'll talk a little bit about what the expected contest is. They made the playoffs last year. They're looking to have another great season with 16 starters, and we'll start breaking down the Battle of G-Town when we come back right after these messages.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Extra, extra. Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTex, local support from the team you trust.
And we're back to Jeff Traylor Stadium as we get ready for the Gilmer Buckeyes to host the Gladewater Bears. It's the Battle of G-Town here at Jeff Traylor Stadium tonight. These teams have been playing for a long, long time. We will break down these guest Gladewater Bears who come off of a 8-3 season. This past year, they returned 16 starters, not the least of which is number 2, and that is DJ Allen. DJ is the speedster who scored literally 2/3 of the time that he touched it last year as a junior, and he is by far and away the fastest man on the field. He is a low 4.4s in terms of a 40-yard dash. He's the number 26 receiver ranked in the country. He is committed to Malcolm Kelly, former teammate Emmanuel Johnson at the University of Oklahoma and a good friend of the Gilmer Buckeyes, and who is now the receivers coach at TCU. And that's where he'll be playing his college ball for Coach Kelly there. And that's who you got to watch out for is number 2. Look for the Buckeyes to pay special attention to him. He'll play wide receiver, he'll play defensive back, and he'll return kicks. And one of the main objectives tonight for the Buckeyes will be to keep the ball out of DJ Allen's hands. He is very, very dangerous with the football in his hands. Quarterbacking tonight, you'll see several guys for the Gladewater Bears. And that's really kind of the challenge that Coach LaVere has. Is that unlike the Buckeyes, they're young, very inexperienced at quarterback. They'll have 2 different guys that play quarterback. You look for them to basically try to run the ball out of a power set. They'll have the tailback probably about 10 yards back, run behind the fullback. When they do spread out, they try to throw quick routes, and then they just bomb it down the field off play action passes. And they try to run, set you up, suck those safeties and linebackers into the line of scrimmage, and then use that speed to throw over the top. So for Gladewater tonight, it's really about whether or not they can get the ball to number 2, DJ Allen, in space, and if they can, and successfully, then every time that DJ touches it, literally, he has a chance to score. He is that dangerous. And for the Buckeyes, it's very simple. The best player on the field, number 11, Brandon Tennyson, BT, will touch the ball every play. He's really on another level, folks. You are in for a treat as the Gilmer Buckeyes may have the best quarterback play that they've had in at least a decade coming up here, barring any injuries from Brandon. It's going to be a joy to watch him play the position as he is something to behold. Coming off of a season in 2020, like I say, 14-2 for the Buckeyes in Coach Alan Metzel's first year at the helm here in Gilmer. Led us to a state championship appearance. Only 2 losses come to Carthage, one here in Gilmer and then one at AT&T Stadium. Brandon was 241 of 380 passing yards. That's north of 60% for 3,866 yards, 40 touchdowns. He had 178 carries for almost 1,000 yards and another 10 touchdowns. And he is also electric. Brandon obviously has breakaway speed himself. On numerous occasions last year, he just broke down plays, just basically used his speed and went and scored. Number 9, Jay Rockwell, a new name that you'll hear for the Buckeyes. He has offers from Kansas, Nebraska, UTSA, Arkansas State, Buffalo, Hawaii, and North Texas. So he'll remind you a little bit of another number 9 named Blake Lynch, who played down at Baylor and was a move-in transfer. That is Jay Rockwell. You'll hear a lot of his name. Also the junior, Ro Fluellen, who just emerged last year as the little brother. Of course, both of his big brothers starred at Gilmer at wide receiver, and Ro is one of the premier junior receivers in the nation. He's got offers from Houston, Pittsburgh, University of Tennessee, UTSA, and they just keep rolling in. Last year, he had 66 catches for just under 1,000 yards, 7 interceptions. Almost every game for the first 7 games, Ro came away with an interception, and it always seemed to be timely. Ro's just a football player. He is fast. You'll notice how much more physically mature he is, bigger, faster, stronger, but still those great hands and those great instincts. He'll be wearing number 14 this year, so watch out for Ro. The strength probably of the Buckeyes this season was emerging last season, and that's the defensive line. Even so much so that Coach Tommy Edwards, the defensive coordinator for the Buckeyes, has literally gone to a 3-4 scheme. That means 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers, which gives you the opportunity to get pressure on the quarterback with only 3 guys and get those big athletes at linebacker out into space. And those are people like Jaron Choice, the big number 7. You'll see him on defense and coming in as a power game on offense. Number 3, the linebacker, Amaro Arona. He will light you up. He is probably just a junior. You remember last year during the playoffs, especially against Caddo Mills, some of the big hits that he had. And then number 29, the running back, the sophomore last year that made such a big impact, especially towards the end of the year, Ashton Haynes. We will call his name as, again, the Buckeyes just have a wealth of running backs, a wealth of talent in the skill position areas. And it'll be up to the offensive line for the Buckeyes to basically give BT time to get the ball to those athletes in space and then look out. This has the potential, folks, to be a record-breaking year for the Buckeye offense. They could literally average, if you think back to 2006, 2007, when the Buckeyes were on pace with G.J. Kinney and Curtis Brown and Justin Johnson and Lamar Harris and Houston Tominello and that group, those guys were on a national pace to break national records in terms of high school scoring. This team has the same capabilities. It's just everywhere you look, there's weapons for the Buckeyes. We should almost average a point per play. And when you think about that, that kind of gets scary. So I think going into tonight's game, it's going to be a formula that you've heard a lot. The Gladewater Bears will come in and try to stay in the game early. They'll try to pound the ball, try to run the clock, keep the ball away from Brandon Tennyson and all those dangerous Buckeyes, and then they'll try to get the ball to number 2. That's DJ Allen as much as they possibly can and stay in it and keep it a game close. And then, hey, it's Gilmer Gladewater, so you never know what's going to happen. So we will come back with the national anthem and get ready to be joined by the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash, to call tonight's game. Until then, we want to recognize more of our sponsors. We want to say a special shout out tonight to the folks at Live Gilmer and to the folks at Don Giovanni's that hooked us up with some of the best pizza within 100 miles locally. We're lucky that it's right up there on the square in Gilmer. So we want to thank those guys for great pizza tonight, and one of our new sponsors as well. And we want to thank all of our sponsors, especially Godarzi and Young. Obviously, has been our bread and butter in terms of broadcasting and bringing you these games as our keynote sponsor, both for the coaches show, for the pregame show, and for the game. So we want to thank Brent and Marty there, both ex-Buckeyes, and once again stepping up this year for us. So we get ready to kick off this season with the Battle of G-Town coming up next, right after this word from our sponsors.
The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go, or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions, or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
Rowdy Creek Ranch, located on Highway 300 between Gilmer and Longview, is your destination for a world-class escape. With everything from dinner and wine tastings to weekend retreats in our unique and luxurious glamping park, Rowdy Creek is a little piece of heaven right in our own backyard. Corporate events, reunion gatherings, weekend getaways, and even dinner with live music are all on offer at Rowdy Creek Ranch.
For all of your oil change and automotive service and maintenance needs, drop by Pit Stop Oil and Lube in Gilmer and take care of it with the fast, friendly, and full quality service. Pit Stop Oil and Lube is your hometown car care professional and can take care of anything your car needs to keep your vehicle running great and to keep you safe and satisfied. Conveniently located on Highway 271 North in Gilmer, if you need an oil change or inspection, make a pit stop at Pit Stop Oil and Lube.
You've heard the saying, location, location, location. Well, at First National Bank of East Texas, we've got branches, branches, branches to proudly serve our family of customers across East Texas and beyond, providing the convenient banking and financial services you need to grow your business or to help you manage your money and fulfill your personal financial goals. First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
When you're on the go and you've only got a minute, your Sefco store's got everything in it. From gas to groceries, you can find it right here. Aren't you glad there's a Sefco near? Day and night when you need the best, Sefco quality's as good as it gets. You'll find everything top of the line, and hometown service saving you time. Texans know when you're on the go, make it Sefco.
Smith Quality Meats, located at 604 Highway 271 South in Gilmer, just across from the junior high school, brings you the freshest cut, best quality meats anywhere. And now it is all right here in Gilmer. Just call 903-680-MEAT and let the experts at your locally family-owned Smith Family Meats set you up for your main course for any occasion. It is always prime time at Smith Quality Meats in Gilmer. Call us at 903-680-MEAT and tell Mr. Smith what you need today, so everyone at your house is happy tonight.
Welcome back to Jeff Traylor Stadium as the teams get ready to take the field with a battle of G-Towns. Joined here by the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash. And Jeff, hard to fathom that 8 short months later we are back to Buckeye football, but at least we feel a little bit normal. We got fans back in the stands, and we've been a long way in a short time, and it's nice to be back home in Jeff Traylor Stadium ready to rock with the Gladewater Bears.
Well, it's always one of the highlights of the season, Todd. The Gilmer Buckeyes versus the Gladewater Bears. Like you said, Battle of G-Town, Battle of the Orange and Black. 13 miles south of Gilmer is the arch rival since the 80s, for sure. The Gladewater Bears. And these guys have come to play tonight, I assure you. Always a great game. It's always cool to be the initial game over in East Texas starting on Thursday night. And so this is going to be one of those games that you look back on and say, I was there for that one, because it's going to be a good one. We've got some talent on both sides of the field. Both teams are vying for and hoping for a good season and a long run into the playoffs. And certainly probably both of these teams you'll find deep into the playoffs as the Gilmer Buckeyes make their initial debut as a team onto the field for the first time this season. And hopefully we'll see that 16 times this season, 15 more after that one in Jerry's World for the state game. So we are now officially on the field. Both teams are here. All we like is a little pageantry, a coin toss, and we're going to be playing football again. Todd, I can't believe it's already here.
Yeah, it's been a long wait since that fateful day up 14-0 in AT&T Stadium. And before we kind of woke up the dog, so to speak. We'll see them twice more, and I can guarantee you that those 8 months, these Buckeyes have had 70 things to think about going into this season, and the first step along the way is the Battle of G-Town with these Gladewater Bears. And trust me, they are very familiar with each other. They know exactly who DJ Allen is, number 26 ranked receiver in the country, committed to Texas Christian University, as Bob, the sports guy, and Harlan and Bob are down there to present the scholarship checks that they have, which is always a great thing for the kids. But Jeff, there's a lot to talk about in terms of coming off of last season, but there's even more to look forward to this season because the Buckeyes have a lot of dangerous guys back and looking to really pick up right where they left off.
Yeah, for sure. Todd, there is a lot of excitement here in the stadium tonight. Obviously, a lot of excitement among the coaching staff. I had an opportunity to visit with Alan Metzel this afternoon, just kind of get his feelings. And obviously, there's a lot of excitement from the coaching staff down there. They're all pretty fired up and ready to go. So, a lot of excitement, a lot of good things in store for us this season. And I just can't. There's no other place I'd rather be on Friday night than Gilmer Buckeye Stadium for sure. And so we've got a good show for you tonight, folks. And thank you for logging in. Again, if you're at home, you can listen on GilmerBuckeyes.com. You can listen on your phone, your iPad, your computer. And if it's easier for you, if you're listening on one of those devices and you'd rather watch and listen on television, you can go to E-Text Channel 1. And I think high definition is 601. So several options for you this season. I do want to mention to you that we did have some a scam where there are people out there that are trying to advertise on Twitter and Facebook and different places that you can listen to the Gilmer Buckeyes, but you have to pay a fee and give your credit card. We just want you to know we're broadcasting for free on GilmerBuckeyes.com and E-Text. If you see an ad that says, hey, subscribe here to listen to Gilmer Buckeyes, ignore it. It's a scam.
Yeah, quit clicking on links. Go to GilmerBuckeyes.com. You'll come straight to the school website. That will be all season until the playoffs start, as mandated by the UIL. But for right now, you get us literally straight from the source, Gilmer ISD, and you won't have any issues. And if you do, we've got Eric Connick sitting right here beside us, and if it's broke, he can fix it. So we're in good shape.
Yeah, and I'll bet his house that he can fix it. If not, he specifically asked me to quit betting his house this season. Well, and I said I'll only do it if it's a sure deal.
Well, I think on average we got him half a neighborhood already. I don't know why he stopped us at this point.
It's just no gratitude for what we've done for him.
We do want to thank our sponsors tonight that obviously make this possible. Everything that we do here and have done for 20 plus years is to benefit the kids. This is an absolute non-for-profit endeavor that we do here with the broadcast to get our kids as much exposure as possible, and we know there's Buckeye fans all around the world. We've got them listening at 3 in the morning in Ljubljana, Croatia tonight, and I'll say hi to those guys as the season wears on. We got them listening in Switzerland tonight. Ich wollte mal meinen Kumpel begrüßen in der Schweiz und sagen Hallo Jörg.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah,
I was literally about to say that same thing.
So, Buckeye fans all over, we're going to take a quick break, recognize some of those sponsors, and come back with the kickoff right after this.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young.
All right, that was the Gladewater school song you were listening to, the longest, saddest school song of all time. And now let's get up tempo and let's listen to the Gilmer school song.
Presenting the colors, our color guard for tonight's game, Cadet Dustin Young, Commander. Cadet Caitlin Hunter, Texas Flag Bearer. Cadet Angel Stanley, U.S. Flag Guard. And Cadet Josh Smith, the Texas Flag Guard.
All right, folks, we are back to Jeff Traylor Stadium and just finished up the national anthem and the school songs. I have to give a special shout out, Todd, to Carolyn, a very special young lady listening in Germany today. And Braden's body is on the field tonight, but I promise you his heart is in Germany. And so we want to say hi to Carolyn, give her a big shout out.
Ja, Carolyn, trägt die Nummer 37, acht nur auf ihn und hoffentlich achtet nur auf den Ball.
Yeah, and don't adjust your dial, folks. That was just Todd saying something hopefully very appropriate in German. So
that explains a lot.
Yeah, that explains a lot. It really does. Captains are making their way out to the field.
Number 56,
tonight.
number 56, the big senior tackle, Derek Bordy. You will hear his name called very, very often. Jose Hernandez, the senior kicker and linebacker for the Buckeyes. Also, LaDainian Jackson, senior for the Buckeyes. And then number 70, number 78 for the Buckeyes. That's big Jake Pilcher, senior captain. All seniors tonight squaring up against the last G-Town battle that they're going to have, and it's one that they will remember forever. These seniors, of course, Jeff, never ever been beaten by these Gladewater Bears. Ironically, the last time Gladewater beat Gilmer, the quarterback for Gladewater in that 20-14 victory over a Jeff Traylor-led Buckeye team was none other than Johnny Levere, the head coach now of the Gladewater Bears. He's 0-1 so far in his coaching career against the Buckeyes after last year. The Buckeyes win the toss and defer to the second half. That means Gladewater will kick off, and Jeff, just don't kick it to number 2. That's DJ Allen that will be catching the ball in the south ends, and we will get it rocking here tonight with a Battle of G-Town as the Buckeyes get ready to kick off their 2021 season. Jeff, ranked number 2 pretty much everywhere until they knock off the Carthage Bulldogs, who's ranked number 1 pretty much everywhere. They go down to Houston tonight. They're about to kick off right now, so we'll keep a close eye on that score. They are taking on a big powerhouse 5A school, and they got a lot of kids out for COVID. So, Jeff, there's a very good chance that the Carthage Bulldogs start the season tonight with an L. We don't expect that from the Buckeyes. Of course, the number 2 ranked 3A team, Gladewater, with only 13, 14 miles separating these two teams. They know each other well. These guys have known each other literally since they were, little kids. And they all dream of squaring up against each other in the Battle of G-Town, and we're about to kick it off here.
Well, like you said, Todd, going back deep, you're going to see a lot of talent back there. But number 2, DJ Allen, this is just a special kind of senior. This guy's committed to TCU, but he had offers from Alabama, Auburn, every major college in the country was taking a look at him. Also back deep back there with him, number 11, that's Colin Lewis. And both of these guys quite capable. I believe Colin, if I'm not mistaken, his dad's also a coach.
Yes.
And he plays the other side as a wide out for Gladewater. And so you're going to hear those names a lot tonight. They're going to try to put the ball in the hands of those two guys all night long. Look for Gilmer to probably do a pooch kick to the right side, land on about the 28-yard line. I don't think they're going to go deep to these guys, but you never know what they've got in store here. We might open up with an onside kick. Who knows?
Could be, but I tell you one thing, we're not going to kick it to number 2. That's pretty much for sure. We're going to try to keep it out of his hands all night. As Big Hernandez gets ready to kick off, there's your pooch kick, Jeff, and we are underway.
And there's the kickoff. It's a high pooch kick to the right side, fielded on about the 17-yard line, and the Buckeyes are all over it right off the bat.
That's number 10, Caden Tennyson, the young freshman, and if you recognize that name, Tennyson, that's because he's BT's little brother, if you want to call it that. And let me tell you something, folks. Remember that name because he's got Sunday talent written all over him. If things go well tonight for the Buckeyes, you may actually see him at quarterback, and if he gets in, get ready to see a blur. If you think BT is a blur, you wait until you see CT, Caden, and he is some kind of talented as the Buckeyes come out. And get ready to see a lot of power football here from Gladewater to try to set up a long pass. They split both wide receivers out wide, and the Buckeyes are going to go man-to-man. That means they're going to try to get pressure on the quarterback with this big defensive line.
All right, quarterback's under center. Here's the first snap of the season, and it's a flag right off the bat. It was a handoff to number 9. That was the intended play. That was Gordon, the running back. They got a false start to start their season, and that's not how Gladewater wants to do. Pinned inside their own 20, and now backing up all the way back to the 15, 16-yard line. So not what you want to do, not the best start right off the bat, but we'll see what they've got in store.
Coach Levere sees man-to-man coverage. Our number 2, Parker Gillow, probably our fastest man, draws the coverage. He's got number 17, that's Ro Fluellen, who is inside to help. But I think this means they're going to try to get to the quarterback before the quarterback can get these speedsters the ball, Jeff. Let's see what happens here. Bailing out now for double coverage.
All right, dropping back, looking to pass under heavy pressure, and he's going to be sacked.
Number 54 for the Buckeyes. We called his name already. That's Braylon Ward, the big junior, and this is the strength of the Buckeye defense. Coach Tommy Edwards being able to have the luxury to switch to a 3-4 scheme this year because those big monsters down there can handle getting pressure against 5 guys with only 3 of them, and that leaves a lot of Buckeye athletes to be able to cover in space. It's a good problem to have if you're Coach Metzel and Coach Edwards.
All right, 2 wideouts to the right side. These are the 2 guys we just talked about on the kickoff. And quarterback goes under center. You got 2 wideouts to the right.
New quarterback.
And we have got, number 10 checks in at quarterback, and we have got
another flag.
Delay a game against Gladewater, so they are just a little clunky here in the opening drive, and that's kind of to be expected. It's the first game of the season, a lot of emotion. And now they're pinned all the way back to their 12-yard line.
Yeah, 2nd and Don Street for the Gilmer Buckeyes.
7-yard line.
Yeah, they're inside their 10 now, Jeff, and they got forever to go. Look for the Buckeyes to get into a triangle prevent with those 2 wideouts out there. But a new quarterback, let's look for them to go to the air here.
Yeah, they're going to try to go to there. No, they hand off up the middle, and that's not going to be good for much. About 3 yards on the carry out to the 10-yard line. And so that is going to bring up 3rd and about 20.
Derek Borda in on that tackle, and like I say, he's just a monster in there along with number 54, Braylon Ward. And here comes Big Herrera.
He's going to look over the top, number 17, Rowan Fluellen. He's going to be keying on those 2 wideouts, but he's got his eye especially on number 2, and we'll have all night tonight. And there's another flag on the play. We're going to see what the call is here. A delay of game again. Half the distance to the goal. It's going to put the ball on about the 5-yard line, and so these guys are struggling bad right off of this, initial drive.
Gladewater's called their first charge timeout of the half.
Yeah, and then they're going to call a timeout. While they're doing that, we'll take 1-2 and kick off our first commercial of the year.
2-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
All right, back to Buckeye Stadium, Jeff Traylor Stadium, who's, by the way, listening tonight. I want to thank Coach Traylor for listening to us. And he'll be smiling that the Buckeyes are looking at a 3rd and 25 on the Gladewater 5-yard line. They're going to show 3 wideouts, 1 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Wants to throw the ball, and that is another flag on the play. Surely can't be against Gladewater. False start again. That's going to be half the distance of the goal. That's like the 5th flag so far, 4th flag.
20 yards worth of penalties.
We got 2 false starts and 2 delay of game penalties so far.
Yeah, so Jeff, they've snapped the ball twice and have 4 penalties.
Yeah, so it's now 3rd down and the intermediate school. And so it is 3rd and about 30. As Gladewater struggling. Quarterback is in his own end zone. Throws an inside route, and it's just dropped. Intended receiver was Lewis, number 11, and he just can't hold on to it.
Well, mission accomplished. You throw the ball, it's an incomplete pass. Clock stops at 10:13. If Coach Traylor's out there listening, the formula still works, Coach. It's called play fast, flip the field. Rowan Fluellen standing at his 40-yard line. Another UTSA offered, just a junior. Of course, Rowe's been offered everywhere else. I think Rowe's a foot taller and 30 pounds heavier, and still looks as coordinated as ever. He's going to be a Fluellen.
All right, here's the snap from the back of the end zone. Gets off a punt. It's going to be fielded on the 43-yard line. Rowan down the right side. He's going to be tackled on the 35. Nice open field tackle there by number 6 for Gladewater. Good job there by Markham. to pull Rowan down, because that's no easy task. Once he gets out in an open field, he's hard to tackle. So Gilmer looking at fantastic field position. 1st and 10 from the Gladewater 35-yard line. And you can't ask for a better start to this game.
Yeah, well, BT comes on the field and goes, "Look, they're jipping my stats already. You cut the field to 35 yards to pay dirt." The Buckeyes will attack fast. They will attack ferociously. And they will count men in the box and take what the defense gives them.
All right. Fakes the quick pass from the back of the outfield, dumps it out to number 17, Fluellen, around the right side. He's going to run out of bounds around the 29-yard line, so that's going to be a gain of about 6.
Nice play call. The Buckeyes play fast. Obviously, 6 yards on 1st down. That might as well be a handoff as the Buckeyes run a fake screen to the left, freeze the linebackers, and then get it outside to Rowe, who picks up 6 quick yards.
Number 29, Ashton Haynes, the ball carrier on the left side, fumbles it, picks it back up, cuts upfield, headed to the house for a touchdown, but we do have a flag on the play, probably going to be a hold against the Buckeyes, but Ashton's first run.
I think, Jeff, that might be offsides.
Well, I'm not sure. Let's hope for offsides.
I think that may be offsides, and if that stands up, offsides against Gladewater, touchdown, Ashton Haynes.
Touchdown, Ashton Haynes, all right. So the second play from scrimmage, the Buckeyes on the board after being given just fantastic field position. 1st and 10 on the Gladewater 35, and already we have our point after attempt team on the field, and let's see what the call is going to be here.
They're going to shift it and kick it, and BT in on the hold. Big number 20, Jose Hernandez in to kick. Big leg, and he has also added some muscular strength there, it looks like, in the offseason.
And the kick is up and good. So just like that, here we are, folks, with 9:48 left to play in the first quarter. Gilmer strikes first, 7-0. We'll be right back after these messages.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Back to the action here at Jeff Traylor Stadium, where the Buckeyes could not have had a better start. The Gladewater Bears receive the kickoff and literally go backwards from their own 28 inside their own 5. The Buckeyes turn it over. Roe Fluellen takes a quick little screen pass, 6 yards, and then Ashton Haynes does the rest. 2-yard drive, 2-play drive, 40 yards, 7-0 Buckeyes.
All right, another pooch kick down the right side. This time it's going to be fielded by Lewis at the 20-yard line. And he cuts back upfield, breaks loose, and then is just driven in the ground by number 10 and number 14.
That's Kendall Jackson.
Jackson.
It's our beloved Coach Jackson's grandson. Kendall plays linebacker for the Buckeyes.
Caden Tennyson also there for his second tackle on kickoffs.
As we would say he's a true freshman, but they're all true freshmen at this level.
All right, so Gladewater coming back out, a little better field position. 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. They're going to try to get something going. That last series, they had 4 penalties, 2 delay of game, 2 holding penalties, or 2 procedure penalties. They send 1 wide out left, 1 to the right. Handoff around the left side, almost dropped for a loss. Finally drugged down by number 3, Arona. You're going to hear his name a lot this year.
Jose Hernandez had to play in the backfield, but just a strong run by big number 9. And what Gladewater will do is put a back in this straight power eye. Just a straight eye. He'll be back there 9 yards and try to run downhill. You notice they pull the entire right side of their line, but the Buckeyes still get penetration. as Coach Levere looks like he's going to call another timeout. He's saying something to the referee there, and he's halfway onto the field.
Yeah, not sure he has a question to the official. They're not going to call a timeout, doesn't look like. So they're going to line up after a gain of about 4 yards on that carry. And it's going to be 2nd and 6. Ball's going to be spotted on the 43-yard line.
Landon Watson, the junior, he's grown a bit too. He's got coverage on DJ Allen out here on the side.
All right, here's the handoff on the right side. They were going to option that down the right side like Gladewater often does, but he's going to get maybe a couple of yards of momentum on that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3 actually. So this will be interesting to see what they choose to do here.
Just shy of the 45-yard line, the Buckeyes have a chance to get off the field once again with a 3-and-out. Let's see if Coach Edwards brings pressure here. Of course, it's a little bit sweet for Coach Tommy Edwards from Gladewater, obviously, but he loves to beat up on his old team.
All right, quarterback goes under center. He's got 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff, nope, quarterback keeper. He's going to pick up the first down. And I don't know how he squeaked out of there. Number 17, Flewellen has to come up and make the stop, but that quarterback, who's not a speedster by any measure, follows his fullback through the line and just somehow or another squeaks out, gets the big first down all the way across midfield and out to the 42 of the Buckeyes.
He's a sophomore, Jeff. He's a coach's son. That's Kalen Castles. And he is a big load, and he's not very fast, but once he gets downhill, he's a freight train.
All right, they got an I formation. They're going to go back, hand it to the tailback on the left side. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Number 7, I think, was the first guy there. That's going to be Choice.
Yeah, and Kendall Jackson in on that tackle. As Kendall read that one, and obviously he's coming from 9 yards deep, and then, of course, those linebackers in that 3-4 scheme now the Buckeyes have switched to, not the regular Arkansas 50 that you've accustomed to seeing the Buckeyes in with a nose guard. Allows that linebacker on this side, that's Kendall Jackson, to watch those guards and tackle pulling, and he just beats them to the point of attack and makes a tackle for a loss there. 2nd and now 12 for Gladewater from the Buckeye 44.
Quarterback's under center, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right side under pressure, going to tuck it and run. Goes around the right side. It's going to pick up about 7 yards on the carry. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 5 for Gladewater.
Arona got faked out there, Jeff. He was in the backfield, thought that the quarterback handed off. That's the quarterback.
That was number 10, I believe.
Yeah, they're switching out quarterbacks.
Polanco.
Zach Polanco, and the sophomore number 12 is who switches out. But now it's 3rd and manageable for Gladewater, and they've got the sophomore back in. That's number 12, Kalen Castles. Let's see if they try to go airborne here. You got single coverage out.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. They've got 2 wide outs to the left side. Let's look for a pass here. He's gonna he tried to run it again, and he got nothing. He lost a yard on that one. It's gonna bring up 4th and 6.
Yeah, Derek Borda.
So they're gonna have to punt.
Derek Borda had a party in the Gladewater backfield there, and this is what happens when you've got 3 big hosses up front who can get penetration with just 3 guys. It frees up the linebackers to run. 4th down now, and looks like Gladewater's going to try to, if they don't quick kick it here, they're going to try to spread out here and probably put it in the air. But big opportunity for the Buckeyes to get off the field here. 4th down and 6 from their Buckeye 38-yard line.
Okay, they're lining up in the shotgun formation with 1 back in the backfield. They fake the handoff. They pass number 11, Lewis, and he gets smacked in the mouth at the 40-yard line. And the Buckeyes shut that one down.
That's LaDalen Jackson, the senior, number 21, comes up from his cornerback position, makes a sure tackle, and the black flag answers the call and gives it back to Brandon Tennyson in this white-hot Buckeye offense. At least they got a little stat room here. 1st down and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Took them 2 plays to score, Jeff, in that first drive. 6:07 left in the first quarter, 7-0 Buckeyes, and they take their 2nd possession now and look to go draw some more blood from these Gladewater
All right,
Bears.
2 receivers left, 2 right, 1 back in the backfield. From the shotgun, Tennyson takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Ashton Haynes, good for 5. 2nd and 5. Ball's going to be spotted at the 42.
Just a little delayed draw play there, well blocked up. Got to the 2nd level, big number 44, and I mean big for. That's Logan Bohannon, the senior linebacker for Gladewater. And in those white jerseys, boy, I tell you what, with little Ashton Haynes, he looked like he just swallowed him.
Yeah, that was actually a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6, ball on the 42. Here's the snap. Rolls to his right side. Pass. Complete to number 4, Guidry. And he's going to pick up the first down as he goes across midfield out to the 46-yard line.
That's not fair, Jeff. When you've got somebody like Brandon Tennyson who's got those kind of wheels, rolls out to his right and just delivers about a 30-yard strike right to Cody Guidry, who's got wheels himself, it's hard to practice against that.
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of Gladewater, now in Bear territory. Got one back in the backfield, one receiver right, 2 to the left, one man in the slot. They're going to show a shift. And from the shotgun, here's Tennyson. Handoff up the middle, 29, bounces out to the left side. Still on his feet. Ashton Haynes picks up another first down for the Buckeyes.
You can see his balance. He's come so far since last year's sophomore year when he was so impressive. But that's just that little delayed draw that freezes those linebackers. And when you're at a dead standstill trying to tackle number 29, it's a task. And Ashton spins away from the first tackler, runs through a second arm tackle, picks up a first down now inside the 35 of Gladewater, 1st and 10 from the 34.
All right, split backs in the backfield from the shotgun. Tennyson. Guidry goes in motion. Rockwell to the left side. Fakes the handoff. Dumps one to number 7, the big man, and that is Jerron Choice. You're going to hear his name so many times. It is an embarrassment of riches this year at the backs position and receivers position. Yeah. It's unbelievable the amount of weapons that we have. Yeah. And by the way, our offensive line looks a little bit similar to some of the ones we played last year, except this time we've got the size.
We've got the size, yeah. It's a lot of big freshmen coming up in the off-season program. All these Buckeyes have put on strength and weight. Kind of young last year, but sure paying dividends now.
Guidry goes in motion. Fakes the handoff, dumps it out to Guidry, and he is in trouble, going to be dropped for a loss. Great defensive play there by number 3, Campbell, for Gladewater, coming up and making the stop, dropping Guidry for a loss. And so that's going to put the Buckeyes in 3rd and 7.
Well, Gladewater's still Gladewater, Jeff. They got the athletes, and you saw that number 3 comes up and makes that play there. That's Campbell. He's a senior, and he read that one all the way. Now it's 3rd down and about 7 from the 30 as the Buckeyes go 5 wide and now shift back into a power formation with Haynes in the backfield.
All right, here's the snap. Looks like we got illegal procedure against the Buckeyes. That's going to back them up another 5. And I think that's just them wanting to pad the stats a little bit, Todd, like you say, but we're going to lose 5 on that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
I'm not so sure, Jeff, that they didn't jump. They're discussing it on this side because Gladewater was trying to jump the snap, trying to time the snap count, and they were bringing pressure right up the middle. The Buckeyes had it picked up, but now every official except for the line judge is out on the field having a discussion. It looked like the back judge and the side judge called offsides, and now they are calling it false start against the Buckeyes.
False start. I think we moved on the left side. Yeah, they're going to call that one on our new left tackle, number 54, Braylon Ward, and he is just going to be a beast. They put him over there on that offensive line on the left side, and that's your blind side tackle, and I think he just moved a little bit, and they jumped across. Smart move there on the defense. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. In the backfield, Ashton Haynes dropping back, looking to pass, rolls to his right side, going to keep it. Bounces out to the right side and down inside the 25-yard line. That's going to be real close to a first down, but not quite. So let's see what the Buckeyes do here on 4th and 1.
That's just all BT and his wheels. I mean, when he decides to pull it down and run, you can tell he's not really all out.
And when Todd says BT, he means Brandon Tennyson, folks, just so you know.
Get ready. That's the nickname that he's going to have pretty much from here on in. And Stump dubbed him BT, and thus he is. As 4th and 1 now for the Buckeyes.
Quick break. Let's see if they hand off here to Haynes. They're going to right up the middle, and he follows his blockers inside for the first down. Looks like it's really close, but I think he got it.
Yeah, he definitely got past the 41, or excuse me,
they're going to call that a first down.
That's a first down by a good yard. The Buckeyes overcome that illegal procedure penalty and that tackling for a loss there. on first down and pick up the first down. 3:54 left in the first quarter. This is just the second drive for the Buckeyes, as they've come about 45 yards now and looking to get into the red zone.
Trip receivers to the left, one to the right. Haynes is in the backfield. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff to Haynes. We got a flag on the play. And that may be a Buckeye illegal procedure. Yep, false start against Buckeyes. That's going to back them up 5. That's a couple of penalties now.
That's Arona, who's in the slot. Jumped on that from his receiver position, and Coach Olin Johnson will give him an earful. But first game, Jeff, you expect kind of some minor jitters. You certainly saw it from Gladewater, but now the Buckeyes backed up to the 28, 1st and 15.
All right. Handoff to Haynes, left side, finds a gap, cuts up field, across the middle, and picks up the big first down inside the 10. And man, he did such a great job last year coming in as a sophomore, but he is just a special kind of running back. I've loved watching this kid since 7th grade, and he has just really turned into a powerhouse back.
His change of direction is really next level, Jeff, and he's so much stronger and more explosive this year. As it looks like
back.
We got a hold.
Yeah, there's a hold.
Again, Arona is going to find himself playing straight defense. That's 15 yards of penalties in 2 straight plays against Amera Arona, as they back the Buckeyes up again 10 yards from the spot. They're going to be now 1st and probably 23, Jeff, from all the way back to the 38. And BT's loving that. He's just like, hey, that gives me some room to kind of open things up. He's got number 2, Parker Gillow, and number 17, Ro Llewellyn, out in the both slot positions.
Yeah, I would look for number 17 across the middle here. It's going to be probably a post route. They're going to hit 17 across the middle, fakes somebody out of his shorts, turns upfield to the end zone, picks up the first down all the way to the 10. And folks, I hope you don't get bored watching the same play a lot this year, because you're going to see that same maneuverability a lot out of number 17.
He's not a sophomore anymore, Jeff.
No,
he was scary enough as a sophomore.
He's full blown now.
Oh my goodness.
Junior. Handoff up the middle, and this time it's going to be to Michael. Michael is going to be the ball carrier on that one. Colbert. And he has come a long way this year too. A running back for the last couple of years. Been fun to watch him. He is really kind of coming into his own. I talked to Coach Alan Metzel about him today. And you're going to see him carry the ball quite a bit, spelling Ashton Haynes.
Yeah, Colbert played most of the season last year on the JV when Ashton Haynes came up, but it could have been either guy. They could have switched him out.
Handoff to Colbert, throws a good stiff arm, cuts around the left side, and he is going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't get out there fast enough.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 12. The Buckeyes got to get all the way down to the 3-yard line for a first down. They got 2 downs here that they're likely to exercise. I don't know, Coach Metzel, if they don't pick up at least, let's say, 6 or 7 right here, may go ahead and decide to kick the field goal with just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. But
I look for them to go to the air here. They got weapons all over the field. I would look for this one, maybe be Parker Gillow. He's wide to the right side. You've got Guidry to the right side. And then, of course, on the left side,
that's number 9.
Yeah, that's Rockwell on the left side. Looks like offsides to me. Handoff to Colbert. Nope, fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper, but that's going to be offsides against Gladewater, so that's good for the Buckeyes. That'll be a nice 10 yards and repeat 3rd down.
Flag on the play.
Yeah,
I believe that left defensive end came across before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, they're trying to jump the snap count, and I don't blame them, because that's about the only way that you're going to slow somebody down is to get them before they start going. BT takes a little extra tackling there. He pulled that ball, which is the right read, but he was wearing number 10, and for good reason, because he was offsides. So 3rd down and 7 now from the 12 for the Buckeyes.
3rd and 8 for the Buckeyes. Ball is spotted on the 10-yard line. One back in the backfield is still Colbert.
Got him
and
again.
Here they come again. They did it again. And that was going to be a pass to the left side, and he was snagged one-handed.
That was something funny.
Yeah,
that's Rockwell.
Listen, Rockwell is We haven't got to call his name yet
Yeah,
on catch, but you'll see that a lot tonight.
He is a Blake Lynch starter kick. That's exactly what he is with great hands.
So here's another 5 yards marked off against Gladewater, and they have just really suffered tonight from penalties.
Well, credit that to the number 11. We picked up 5 yards on the penalty there by getting him off on the snap count. He is so savvy in terms of his ability to manage the game. And you notice I don't want to, well, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to jinx him in the first quarter, but right now, let's just say BT's having a great first quarter.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff to Colbert, right side, got room in the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Colbert. And they just made it look pretty easy.
Yeah, they did. Those receivers, literally since the very beginning, they learned in this offense to block downfield. They held their blocks, and of course, everybody trying to defend the pass. And nobody touched Colbert with that deep handoff. And just like that, the Buckeyes strike again. 13-0 with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Extra point to come as they swing the gate. Looks like Hernandez will kick it again, Jeff.
All right, Hernandez got that deadly accurate foot. He's lining up for the point after attempt. And there's the snap. Kick is up and certainly right down the middle. And so here we are, 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. And Gilmer is 14, Gladewater is 0. Gilmer has this game well at hand. We'll be right back for the next kickoff right after these messages.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Back to Jeff Traylor Stadium here where the Buckeyes cap off a 60-yard, 10-play drive with another touchdown. 10-yard run there by Michael Colbert, the junior. And again, Jeff, an embarrassment of riches as Hernandez gets ready to kick off again. They've moved number 2 over to the left side, and just like that, Hernandez has moved his kick, pooch, to the right side. As we will not kick it to number 2.
It's going to be fielded on the 20-yard line. Comes over to the right side, and that was number... I think that was number 12, I think, on the tackle there for the Buckeyes. Yeah, that was Cade Bowman on the tackle for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, there's Bowmans everywhere in Gilmer. In the principal's office, there's always a Bowman in the principal's office. You know
always.
It's always a Bowman. There's always one on the sideline, and there's always one on the field. That's going to be the motto for 2021.
The Bowmans are well represented.
Bowmans everywhere. Back to that stacked I formation, Jeff, as we see the young sophomore quarterback again for the Gladewater Bears. 1st and 10 from their own 28.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff to the tailback on the right side. He's going to be drugged down. Probably, they may say he got back to the line of scrimmage. But they are Buckeyes defensive line all over that one. They're going to give him a yard out of that. And that felt like charity a little bit. They were on him before he even got to the line of scrimmage. Buckeye defensive line playing extremely hard.
Yeah, they've got a wealth of skills there on the defensive line. Braden Rash, obviously, down on the inside there. Jeff, not to brag on him, but he did a great job getting penetration and getting to the point of attack, and that's what those down linemen are all about. So 2nd down and 8, straight I formation. Fake play action. They're going to try to throw it deep. The young sophomore throws it up to number 11. It's well covered and defended by number 22 for the Buckeyes.
No flags on the play.
Landon Watson, who is probably one of the most, let's just call it, football IQ savvy Buckeyes on the field. And when you got the big brothers that you've got there with the Watsons, Luke Watson now at Stephen F. Austin University on a football scholarship, his big brother. And great position, and he just kind of had that one all the way. Brings up 3rd down and long. That's about what they'll do, Jeff, is that they play off play action. They've got a new quarterback in now. This is the senior, the running quarterback. Let's see if they try to keep it on the ground here. Here's the snap. They go veer straight up the middle of the fullback, and he busts it. Gets a 1st down as he hits the hole hard, gets all the way out to the 44-yard line. 1st down for Gladewater.
Yeah, nice run there, about 11 or 12 yards on the carry on 3rd down. And just found the gap right there on the left side. They had Braden lined up on the right side off the nose guard. So they had a big hole to the left side, and they found it. And nice 1st down there by Gladewater.
So into the 1st quarter, the Buckeyes lead 14-0. Gladewater driving, but we'll take a break here and come back for the 2nd quarter right after these messages.
Extra, extra. Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
And we're back to Jeff Traylor Stadium, where your Gilmer Buckeyes lead after 12 minutes in the 1st quarter, 14-0 over the Gladewater Bears. We want to thank our special sponsors, especially our new sponsors, Smith Quality Meats. Call Mr. and Mrs. Smith, or Cooper Smith, their son, who's out there, and I tell you what, it is great to have a USDA certified Angus beef specialist. They've got prime steaks down there. They've got anything that you could want to throw on the grill or in the oven. This week, it's all about the brisket, Jeff, and go buy Smith Quality Meats and pick that up as we return to action here. 1st down and 10 after that run for the Buckeyes, for the Bears from the Buckeye, or from their own 44-yard line. Straight out formation again. Senior quarterback is in. They jump.
Yeah, they jump. And but they can jump. They're in the neutral zone. I don't think the Buckeyes stepped over or made contact, so this is probably going to be...
Nobody threw a flag. Everybody stood, pointed at each other, and watched each other, and there was no whistle.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that was a trick play, but that's the most successful trick play that they could run. They got 4 yards out of it.
That might have been silent count. Yeah, he may have just snapped the ball to him. I'm not sure what just happened down there. We came across in the neutral zone, but we can do that as long as we get back. Fumble on the play, and he's going to pick it up and roll forward there. That's number 17 for Gladewater. That was Wilson.
Another generous spot. Bring up 3rd down and 2 now for Gladewater, across into Buckeye territory. And that's really what they want to do, is keep the ball on the ground, keep the ball away from the Buckeyes, and move the ball forward. 3rd down and 3, the Gladewater Bears, Jeff, will take every time.
Yeah, they're going to try to come up the gut again here. So let's see what they got here.
Straight out formation, number 17 in at quarterback now. That's Kyron Wilson. He's a sophomore as well.
They're coming up the gut.
And they're going to pick up the 1st down over the 45-yard line. That's the straight dive to the fullback, straight through, number 35. That's the 2nd time that he has gotten positive yards. That's Austin Berner, the junior. As that will be an effective play, Jeff, in the 3A level. The Buckeyes will probably adjust to that very quickly. But Gladewater moving now the ball into Buckeye territory. Their 2nd 1st down of this drive. 10:23 left to play in this 1st half. The Buckeyes lead 14-0. Gladewater in that straight eye trying to answer.
All right, quarterback goes under center, number 17. 2 wideouts, 1 left, 1 right. I formation, drops back, looks to pass. I thought he might pick that off. Well, that ball floated out there. It's a completion for about 6 yards, complete to number 11, Lewis. You know, they haven't even thrown the ball yet to number 2, DJ. Which is a little, DJ Allen, we talked about so much, has no receptions in this game so far.
25% of the game gone, and he hadn't touched it once. That's the stat that you'll take if you're Coach Tommy Edwards. And keeping the ball out of his hands has been the goal, and so far the Buckeyes have been successful at that.
Well, that's a reflection of them knowing we're in double coverage and they don't have enough
That's right.
enough confidence in their quarterbacks, to get it there. Quarterback, number 17, goes under center again. Handoff up the middle, fullback, and they're going to cave that in. He might have got 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
That's the headhunter, number 3, Arona, there at linebacker position. And again, This is the luxury that Coach Tommy Edwards has with these big beef package there to go to the 3-4 look on defense, Jeff, is that you free up those linebackers because those big guys up front eat blocks, they take up space, and they free those linebackers up to get to the point of attack very quickly and use their speed and athleticism. Big third down play here. You don't expect Gladewater to punt, Jeff, so the Buckeye black flag needs to put up a wall right here.
Well, they got the beef package in on the defensive line, so look at them to try to get some penetration. 5 men down on the line, handoff, fakes the handoff, drops them for a loss, and that was
that's number 20, Hernandez.
Hernandez gets in there.
That's what you can do when you've got all your hands full just trying to block those down linemen, Jeff. Those linebackers crash, and there's nobody to block them. Gladewater goes backwards. It's 4th down and 3 now from the Buckeye 38. They're going to go for it here.
Well, they just didn't have a lot of, I mean, everybody in the stadium knew where the ball was going. That was going to, they've been a little one-dimensional this last couple of series, just ineffective at getting the ball in the air. And so they're just lining up and trying to pound it down their throat. They're going to a shotgun approach this time, and they're going to call a timeout. They want to talk about it, and while they do, we'll take a timeout and be right back.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTax offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTax has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTax, local support from the team you trust.
And back to the action here, 8:03 left in this first half. The Buckeyes with a big 4th down opportunity here to get off the field and get the ball back. One good thing, Jeff, about this is you notice that number 14, Matthew Burton, or 44, still has not played yet a snap. I think that was pre-planned for the first snap. We had a great pregame thanks to Don Giovanni's Pizza, Jeff, as they were so gracious to get us some great pizza up here in the press box.
Those guys make a really good pizza. If you haven't tried that, you need to go. The calzones are awesome too, by the way. They actually have a pizza pie that has a lid on it down there. It looks like an apple pie, but it's pizza in it. It's ridiculous. It's like Chicago style. All right, here comes the snap. Dropping back, wants to pass, launches one downfield, got one man, and number 11 reels it in, and he's knocked down out of bounds around the 1. So that was huge for Gladewater.
The Buckeyes play Russian roulette with single coverage with LaDaylon Jackson out there. The quarterback just literally just throws it up and lets the Gladewater player Lewis just run underneath it. That's the coach's son.
That's a great job.
Yeah, now they're at the 1-yard line, and that's pretty much the shot that the Gladewater Bears have, is to try to catch the Buckeyes in single coverage. There's no time out of that to get pressure on the quarterback. He takes the snap, literally takes one step and throws it up, and number 11 just runs under it. Great coverage there by Jackson, but he just doesn't get his head turned and doesn't get his hand on the ball.
Back in the I formation, quarterback keeper, and it's going to, I don't know, I think he's right at the plane. It's going to be like on the, 1 foot line maybe. Ball's going to be spotted right there. Wouldn't it be something if the Buckeyes were able to make a stop here?
Yeah, they're going to put the big sophomore back in and try to get this score to 14-7 halfway through the second quarter. They've limited the Buckeyes' offensive snaps to 0 here in this second quarter. Run the clock. That's exactly what the Gladewater Bears would like to do. But if they're going to stay in this game, Jeff, they got to be able to punch it in here.
Yeah, this will probably be another quarterback keeper right here, or maybe a handoff to the fullback. But I think this is the keeper on the right side. He'll go over the right guard. Here's the snap. Tries to go over the left guard, and the Buckeyes are all over it, dropping for a loss. And everybody in the stadium knows where that ball is going, so they're going to back him up to the 1-yard line. They'll say his forward momentum was at the 1, although he was brought down on the 3. So Buckeyes making a good stand here. 3rd down and goal from the 1.
2 plays to try to protect 1 yard. Let's see if the Buckeyes don't stand up here and try to get penetration. They put the beef package in. And I think here Coach Levere realizing that, hey, 2 snaps, a quarterback sneak, everybody knows that one's coming. He's only got 1 timeout left, 5 seconds left. He's going to have to burn it here, Jeff. We'll take one more quick timeout. 6:24 left in the second quarter. The Buckeyes 3rd and goal from the 1. Buckeyes lead 14-0. We'll be right back after these messages.
The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Back to the action here. 6:22 left in the first half. Gladewater driving. 3rd down and goal from the Buckeye 1. Let's see if the black flag can make a stand here.
I think they can.
Yeah, they
I think they may have to go to the air at some point. They're gonna stack 2 fullbacks and a tailback behind. They're gonna try to follow number 40 over the right side. They may follow both of them over the right side. Nope, they're gonna push him in.
That's exactly right.
That's not a bad call right there. They put 2 bulldozers behind number 12 to
push him in.
And push him in, and that's exactly what they did. And that was just, good call on short yardage. So that's a score for Gladewater. They get on the board with 6:17 left to play in the second quarter.
That's a legal play, Jeff. Absolutely. We'll see if Gladewater's kicking game can pull this back down to a 7-point lead for the Buckeyes. Unfortunately, Gladewater's left the Buckeyes 6 minutes and 17 seconds left in this first half. But the Buckeyes have yet to touch it offensively in the second quarter. Mission accomplished here so far in the second quarter by the Bears.
Here's the snap. Almost blocked. Nice field goal kick. And that's going to put another point on the board for Gladewater with 6:17 left to play in the second quarter, excuse me. It is 14-7. Gilmer leads. We'll be right back.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
All right, back to Jeff Traylor Stadium. Gilmer 14, Gladewater 7. Gladewater just scored, and on a 1-yard run. And now for the first time, the Gilmer return team makes their way out to the field. So back deep for the Buckeyes. They're looking at lining up for an onside kick. Buckeyes moving up close. Now they're retreating. And I believe that's Jackson and Fluellen back deep for the Buckeyes. And it is going to be an onside kick. And they pick it up. Number 2 actually gets it on the bounce and falls down. He could have kept running.
Well, you can't advance an onside kick. They're going to bring that back. But that is just an early season Amaro, who is out there, literally goes to try to pick up the block, and there's nobody there to go attack the ball. So the Buckeyes make the mistake of just basically waiting for the kick to go 10 yards, and Gladewater comes downhill. The fastest man on the field, DJ Allen, cuts right in front of Amaro and picks that one off. And that's one, I think, Jeff, that you just don't have that much time to work on in practice, first game of the season. And that, again, keeps the ball out of the Buckeyes' hands as Gladewater, coming off a scoring drive, has another opportunity here. And watch for the long pass. And number 2 up at the top of the screen as he's just made that big play. 17 back in at quarterback, Jeff. That is Wilson, the sophomore.
All right, under center. Drops back, look at the pass. He launches one up, and number 2 goes up and gets it. And I mean, he goes up and gets it.
Yeah, call that.
And I'm
shot.
shocked they've waited this long to do that. You see why he's a Division I athlete, as he in double coverage just jumps up out of the gym and just snags it and pulls it down. And what an impressive young man.
Yeah, that's just athletic ability. The Buckeyes don't have bad coverage, but you got to kind of see that one coming, and try to make a play on the ball. Obviously, DJ Allen got up so high, that, Jeff, as you mentioned, that there wasn't a Buckeye to go up to that floor on the elevator.
Handoff up the middle to the fullback, and he's still fighting his way forward. Finally going to be drugged down there after about a 4-yard gain. Not a bad run.
Well, they're deep into Buckeye territory again in the red zone. And let's see if the Buckeyes, as the clock continues to be the Gladewater Bears' friend, under 6 minutes now left to play. Johnny Levier would love to go in at halftime with a tie ball game here, eat 5 minutes off the clock, going 17 yards. And so far, the Gladewater Bears, I think it's safe to say, Jeff, have answered a 14-0 first quarter by the Buckeyes and have come out and owned the second quarter. The Buckeyes offense, once again, yet to touch the ball in the second quarter.
2 wideouts to the right side, and one is DJ Allen. They're going to roll back. Quarterback keeper to the left side. Got room to run. Picks up the first down plus some as he makes his way all the way down to about the 7-yard line before he steps out. Nice call there, and some good wheels by number 11. They've had about 4 quarterbacks tonight so far. That was Lewis, the wide receiver that they put in at Wildcat, and you can see why he's so effective.
That is the 4th quarterback to play tonight for the Gladewater Bears.
Fourth one.
In just over a quarter and a half. As the sophomore comes back in once again, number 12, that is Castles. And first and goal now for the Gladewater Bears from the Buckeye 6. Deja vu all over again.
All right, tie package. 2 receivers wide to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to be a quarterback keeper again. They're going to meet him at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get nothing. That's going to bring up second and goal from the 7.
And Coach Levier is perfectly content with just running that ball. He's the safest play in the world. It's a quarterback keeper with his big quarterback. He's probably 6'2", let's say 220 pounds. As once again the quarterback exchange comes in with number 11. That's Lewis again. 17 for Gladewater. That is Wilson. Second down, and let's see if they try to get the ball outside this time with 2 wide receivers out to the right. That is the short side of the field, under center.
All right, 2 receivers wide right. Handoff up the middle, and he powers his way in. That's number 40, the fullback. Just muscles his way into the end zone for the touchdown, and Gladewater just an extra point away from tying this ball game.
Yeah, and full is the correct adjective for that back.
Yeah, he definitely is.
That is
a fullback. He
that
is the
Polly.
definition.
He's probably 5'10", 5'11", and all.
I don't think he's near that tall. I think he's 5'7" and 240, 250.
Yeah, he is as wide as he is tall. He's a big load.
He is a big load. Powerful back. Here's the snap. The kick is up and right through the uprights, and we have a tied ball game, 4:21. I do want to mention that this is pretty phenomenal. I just got a text from Philip Williams. Everybody knows Scoop, Philip Williams. He is missing his first game in 35 years due to COVID. So we wish a speedy recovery to Scoop and Philip Williams. He's watching us tonight, listening at home. And Todd, I don't know about you, I think it counts because we're able to televise it.
Yeah,
and because it's COVID, I think you don't.
Hey, if at every college you can attend virtually, you can attend a Buckeye game virtually.
To me, if you have willingness to attend and can't because of COVID, it counts because you saw the game.
You were live.
So Philip, I think your streak is still alive. So that's how that works.
4 plays, 44 yards for Gladewater on that scoring drive. Back-to-back scoring possessions. Let's see if the Buckeyes get ready for an onside kick with a hands team. They put number 4 Cody Guidry out on that wide side this time as they are prepared. Everybody up closer to the line. The Gladewater Bears have hit their game plan, Jeff, here in the second half, or second quarter, by keeping the ball away from Brandon Tennyson and the Buckeyes. And here's the next kick, pooch kick.
Yeah, they're going to pooch kick. It's going to be fielded on the 25 and cutting up field quickly. I didn't see who caught that. They're showing fumble on the field. I'm not sure what the ref says about it.
The ref says he's down. The referee is saying that he was absolutely
the crowd
down.
was pretty adamant that he wasn't, but that's lucky for the Buckeyes there. Who was on the return there? Was that Is that number 3? Oh, that's number 3. That's
Arona.
That's Arona.
And he's had a rough first half, Jeff.
Oh, Arona's incredible.
Great
you saw
ball
how quick
player.
that guy got up the field.
Yeah, great ball player, but just a first game as a junior, playing a starring role on both sides of the ball. But his knee hit down as it was playing side of that line judge on the opposite side.
I think Arona's gotten faster even.
Absolutely.
He come moving up the field at lightning speed. Buckeyes send 2 wideouts to the right and 1 to the left. Handoff up the middle. Haynes, he's good for about 6. Nice run there by Haynes. 4:03 left to play in the second.
Buckeyes going fast, Jeff, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Buckeyes can score on this drive to see them kick their own onside kick and try to stretch this one out to 2 scores in 4 minutes. But they got 55 yards to go first.
There's the snap. It's a quick pass out to number 17. Had 3 guys around him and still picked up 8 more yards and a big first down all the way out to the 42. And that is Fluellen.
Yeah, Rowe has just got a nose for green grass.
Rowe, he really does. He finds a gap and gets in it quick. That's another one that's gotten faster this year. If he wasn't fast enough as a sophomore, he has gotten even faster. Worked really hard this summer, went to a lot of camps, and he is going to be something to watch this year. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Drops back, sets up the screen.
Look out, look
Got
out.
the screen. He's headed to the house. 1 man to beat. And he will make it to the house. No, they're going to say he pushed him out at the 2. I can't believe it. I thought he crossed the pylon. And that is the big guy right there, Keith Rockwell. You heard us call his brother's name earlier, number 9, the wideout. And that was number 5, Rockwell. And let me tell you something. You talked about number 40 while ago on Gladewater. That's our number 40. He is an absolute rock. Gilmer now lining up. 1st and goal from the 2. Handed off to number 29. And untouched into the end zone is Haynes. And that is Gilmer scoring again quickly. And we got a flag on the play.
Number 2, DJ Allen out here one-on-one with the other Rockwell as he literally rips his helmet off. And the side judge throws the flag, but that's after the touchdown as DJ Allen kind of gets into it with Rockwell. And he ripped his helmet off, and let's see what the referee says here is going to be the call. But I know that DJ had his helmet on and Rockwell didn't have a helmet on, and there's only one way that a helmet comes off when it's strapped on. And I think that's going to be against Gladewater. I don't know, though, what the referee saw, and sometimes you catch the second man. So let's see what that penalty flag is. If Coach Metzel has the opportunity, he'll take that.
And after the score, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2 of the defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're
offsetting penalties.
Those penalties.
Yeah, that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on both players, both Allen and Rockwell. They're mixing it up out there. Emotions running a little high. And so we'll see here if the Buckeyes choose to go for 2 or if they're going to looks like they're going to go for the extra point.
That 60-yard drive, Jeff, took just over 56 seconds, just kind of atypical of the Buckeyes' drives, as the offense doesn't take long.
All right, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:10 left to play in the first half, Gilmer goes up 21-14. We'll be right back.
Rowdy Creek Ranch, located on Highway 300 between Gilmer and Longview, is your destination for a world-class escape. With everything from dinner and wine tastings to weekend retreats in our unique and luxurious glamping park, Rowdy Creek is a little piece of heaven right in our own backyard. Corporate events, reunion gatherings, weekend getaways, and even dinner with live music are all on offer at Rowdy Creek Ranch.
Back to the action here as the Buckeyes get to take 56 seconds to go 60 yards, 21-14 Buckeyes. Now let's see if they come back with their own onside kick. You see the frustration from DJ Allen there out on the wide side of the field as the Buckeyes don't take long to draw blood after a 14-14 tie as they storm down the field. Perfectly executed screen pass. Don't look now, Jeff, but only 3 occasions last year the Buckeyes went an entire half on the arm of Brandon Tennyson, and literally the ball never hit the turf. Well, so far, ball hadn't hit the turf for the Buckeyes all night long. He's been absolutely perfect and with these short passes, he's got the one long pass over the middle that was an absolute strike. You know how well he throws the ball down the field, but these are going to be some ridiculous numbers from Brandon Tennyson just in the first half, and so far perfection throwing the ball, and the Buckeye offense picking up right where they left off last year.
Hernandez, high pooch kick, hit the turf on the 24-yard line. Nice return by Lewis up the left side, and finally knocked out of bounds. I believe that was number 14 on the tackle for the Buckeyes. That was Kendall Jackson. That's his second tackle tonight on the kickoff team.
Trying to tackle these guys, Jeff, it's like it's about as live fire as it's going to get. The rest of the season, the Buckeyes probably aren't going to see anybody as fast as number 2. You know, he was the number 26 ranked receiver in the country for a reason, and it's because he just is on another level athletically. It's kind of reminiscent of, you know, when Curtis Brown's senior year, where he was just a man among boys.
I just can't believe they hadn't thrown the ball to him but one time tonight. I mean,
it's a blessing in disguise for the Buckeyes that he hasn't touched it.
All right, handoff up the middle once again. I mean, they've been moderately successful up the middle with the handoff, but when you have a Division I athlete committed to TCU, why would you just toss it up and see what he can do? That's what you do. I mean,
my rule would be every other play, number 2 gets a touch. Just that simple.
And most teams that have a guy like DJ Allen, they go, well, we're going to pull 2 men. They're going to double cover him in every game this year. So that pulls 2 men off. We'll just do X. But they don't really have a lot of X other than I really don't. Now, Lewis is going to have a good year because of it.
Well, here it comes again. Get ready for the same play. You got Rofluellen.
They're going to come to this right side. They're going to try to hit Lewis. I formation. They drop back, aiming for Lewis down the sideline. Got man-to-man coverage, and it's overthrown out of bounds. And that was coverage by number 6 for the Buckeyes. That was Will Blakely.
Yeah, Will doing a great job. Literally sitting in his back pocket on the inside. Got great position, rode him right out of bounds. You literally can't coach it up any better than what Will just played there. And that's our hometown return transfer. He was in the Frisco School District for a long time, and he managed to come home. That's Anna's son there, and we are glad they're home, just on the Liv Gilmer side, but also he plays just like that right there. Thanks for bringing the boy home.
Yeah, now this time he's going to be covering number 2. He's going to be covering DJ Allen. They're going to drop back. Heavy pressure. They're going to sack him. Loss of about 8 yards. And that's number 3, Arona. Yeah. We talked about his speed and power earlier.
Amara got back there.
Arona.
He's a headhunter. And Jeff, Coach Metzel, so smart on third down. Sprints about as fast as you would ever see Alan Metzel sprint down the side. You can tell he's been doing his CrossFit training. He sprints down and calls timeout, stops the clock, 4th down and 20. That's going to be a punting situation. Leave the Buckeyes with all 3 timeouts left. And 2 minutes, which is probably
plenty of time.
2 more timeouts and 1 more minute than they really need to get back in the end zone to try to stretch this back out to a 14-point lead at the half. And I tell you, here's what's impressive, Jeff. 2 small towns like this, traditionally they've always been, you know, at each other, not really growing. As a matter of fact, both towns, quite honestly, comparatively shrinking. And yet, year in and year out, they managed to put this kind of quality athletes on the field. There's probably 6, 7 D1 athletes on the field tonight that you see. Maybe a couple of them like Allen that may have, you know, Sunday potential from 2 towns that if you crammed them together, they don't equal 10,000 people. Friday Night Lights, Beast, Texas, it's just nothing like it. It's a privilege to get to watch, and we are treated to another great first half, the Battle of G-Towns. The Buckeyes getting the best of this one so far. Rofluellen standing at his own 38. Now, he returned several punts for touchdowns last year as a sophomore.
Well, this is a high punt. Not going to go very far. It's going to hit around the 43-yard line. They're yelling poison. And takes a Gladewater bounce out to about the 35-yard line, 36. So Buckeyes going to start over with good field position and plenty of time. 1:59 left to play. Chuck Crow listening to us from out of town tonight. And it's 21-14 with 1:59. Buckeyes have the ball. Let's see what they can do with it.
As the offense has really been hitting on all cylinders. I mean, just perfect. So many different guys touching the ball. So well executed. A couple little hiccups with the legal procedures. But I look for BT to unwind here and try to go up top.
Yeah, trip receivers to the short side of the field. One back in the backfield. Fluellen goes in motion to the right side. Here's the snap. Drops back, looking Fluellen.
What a pass.
Oh! Tries one over the middle, gets batted down. They were trying to hit Parker Gilo across the middle there. They were trying to get Fluellen to take the attention off of Parker and tried to hit him across the middle. That was just a good heads-up defensive play.
And number 68 out here, Ritter, just making a senior play.
Flag on the play.
That's a 15-yard pickup by your left tackle being smart. That is a good block, and he is getting the best of his man. And right in front of the referee, the Gladewater Bear kind of tried to retaliate and kind of throw a pseudo punch. And this is going to move it up 15 yards for the Buckeyes. Is smart, disciplined play on the offensive line is going to move the chains here almost into Gladewater territory.
Yeah, that's 8 seconds and 15-yard pickup. I'll take that anytime.
Every snap.
That's going to put us across midfield out to the Gladewater 49-yard line. So Buckeyes with 2 timeouts, 3 timeouts.
Yeah, they've kicked him out of the game, Jeff. So that.
Oh, he's out completely?
Yeah, they have kicked him out of the game as they've disqualified him for throwing a punch. And
this ref crew not playing tonight.
Yeah, that's a good move to get a hold of this game. It's gotten chippy on the Gladewater side, but they're down a man and they don't have a man to lose.
Here's the snap. Rolls to his right side. Tennyson releases just in time. What a great move.
Oh, my goodness.
What a great move by Rowan Fluellen. I mean, literally broke a kid's ankle.
The kid is literally limping around number 3 because he literally broke his ankle at the 33.
Oh, my gosh.
That is just.
I thought, okay, that's not good. That didn't work. He got tackled, and then boom.
He
gone. Miraculously.
Well, that's why he's got offers to places like Tennessee. And I tell you what, Coach Traylor, tell BT to get on number 17 because he will help you out in San Antonio.
Drops back, looking to pass, tons of time, goes for the end zone. Will Blakely, I'm not going to see a flag, and I wanted one. Not going to get it. That intended receiver was Will Blakely, and that was just coverage by number 2, DJ Allen. And that's going to stop the clock at 1:19 and bring up 2nd and 10 for the Buckeyes.
And luckily, BT put that one in a place where only Will could kind of have a shot at it and wound up going out of the back of the end zone. But you see Brandon's arm strength is considerable.
All right. Brandon rolls to his right
What
side.
a throw.
What a throw. Great shot to the outside, number 17, Fluellen, who then gets tackled out of bounds, which stops the clock and moves the chains. Buckeyes now inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 17.
The last time that you saw a quarterback wearing orange and black for Gilmer make that kind of an athletic throw, he's wearing number 10, and he coached that dude wearing number 11 because that was a next-level throw. Planted his foot, saw the 17 flash across his body, throws a strike 17 yards down the field. That's next level from Brandon.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right from the shotgun. And looks like we may have an offsides. It's going to be illegal procedure or offsides.
It's procedure. He got Borla leaning there, Borda, as he was leaning, and it's going to cost the Buckeyes 5 yards.
That's going to be 5 yards. They're going to ask them if they want to take the penalty or roll up to 2nd. So we'll see here what they're going to do. Wonder what the delay is here.
Well, the White Hat trying to make
false start.
Number 14.
And Allen's going to take a timeout. And we are going to take a timeout with him.
Was eligible for a 10-second runoff, which Gladewater wanted to enforce. Gilmer has called their 2nd timeout of the half to avoid the 10-second runoff. Timeout.
So some good coaching there from Coach Levere and Coach Metzel both. We'll come back 47 seconds left in the first half right after this.
For all of your oil change and automotive service and maintenance needs, drop by Pit Stop Oil and Lube in Gilmer and take care of it with the fast, friendly, and full quality service. Pit Stop Oil and Lube is your hometown car care professional and can take care of anything your car needs to keep your vehicle running great and to keep you safe and satisfied. Conveniently located on Highway 271 North in Gilmer, if you need an oil change or inspection, make a pit stop at Pit Stop Oil and Lube.
7 seconds coming out of the timeout.
All right, here we are back to the action. 3 receivers to the left from the shotgun. 47 seconds left on the clock. Tennyson steps up, launches one for the end zone, got a man open. Did he get it? No. They're saying he had a foot out. I mean, barely. And that pass was caught by number 2, Parker Gillo. I thought he had it, but he just was unable to keep his toes in bounds.
I don't know that referee's not trained to watch that. We've got a flag down.
Flag on the play.
Well, that was a close call. Let's see who the flag's going to be on.
That's a dime from Brandon Tennyson into the corner. And Parker tried to drag his foot there, but had to get there first. And now they're back talking to Coach Levere over there. So Gladewater getting all kinds of breaks.
Play. Pass is incomplete. Remember, we have an eligible downfield. Number 75 of the offense.
Ineligible receiver downfield against Gilmer. So that's going to back them up another 5. And that'll be repeat first down again. We're down to 39 seconds. So we're obviously going to go to the air every play probably here. So we've still got plenty of time to.
4 downs.
Yeah, we've got time for that. Average play is going to take 7 or 8 seconds. We've got plenty of time to get in the end zone. 4 opportunities here. I'll bet one of them works. What do you bet, Todd? Here's the snap. Heavy pressure.
Wow.
BT steps up, forced out of the pocket, runs to his left side, and that's not what you want to happen because you got the clock running. We're going to have to take a timeout.
Which we do. And
Gladewater does a great job there getting pressure and forcing him out of the pocket.
And BT Smart not taking the sack there, gets back to the line of scrimmage. But again, Jeff, as you said, plenty of time, 30 seconds left. Lots of green grass, so you got lots of potential to spread Gladewater out. And you make those guys defend. I mean, that's been kind of part of the magic formula for so long. We can kind of talk about Buckeye-style football that was brought here with this offense by Coach Jeff Traylor. And I think the Buckeyes in that time, something like 121-4 when they've run more than 55 offensive plays. Fatigue becomes such a factor early in the season. We'll see that, Jeff, in the second half. See if you see Gladewater kind of cramping up. It's a hot night in late August, but just don't have the depth and the numbers that Gladewater doesn't have like the Buckeyes have. So it's these kind of possessions that kind of take forever and force you to run a long way to kind of do your job that take its toll at the 4A level. Well, and it's really what differentiates a really good 4A team from a really good 3A team.
You got three downs in 30 seconds. That's plenty of time. And if the Buckeyes don't score here, I will open a bed and breakfast in Eric Conance's house.
Yeah, and I'll cook the eggs.
Yeah, that is. I'm not going to bet his house. I'm just going to open a bed and breakfast. We're going to auction it off.
Eric will cut you in on the profits there.
Three receivers wide right, drops back, looking to pass, plenty of time, fires one across the middle, and it is dropped. And that's rare. That's rare that he had to pull a Superman there, stretch out and try to catch it. But 9 times out of 10, Rowan's going to catch that.
And
so what they're doing? They're just making this more exciting when we do score.
Well,
we got 2 downs left to do it.
Rowe was right at the sticks, which is right where he should have broken that route off. And BT put it on a line. He had all kinds of time. Great job by the offensive line and great job by Brandon just sitting back there in the pocket and letting his guys get open. But 5 wide, and this is hard to defend time after time if you're the Gladewater Bears. They're going to go.
Yeah, 5 receivers. 5 receivers. They're going to, I'm not sure what they're doing there. I'm not sure what that was intended to be, but blown play there, loss of about 8 yards on that one as they threw it inside to Rowan Fluellen.
It's going to be 4th down. The Buckeyes have no more timeouts.
I don't know if that was going to be a trick play. I don't think that was just an inside route.
Yeah, they're going to go into the halftime. Coach Metzel's just going to let this one run out. 21-14 your score, Jeff. Here at halftime, the Buckeyes will get the ball to start the second half. As that play goes for a loss for Rowan Fluellen. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors for our halftime show.
You've heard the saying, location, location, location. Well, at First National Bank of East Texas, we've got branches, branches, branches to proudly serve our family of customers across East Texas and beyond, providing the convenient banking and financial services you need to grow your business or to help you manage your money and fulfill your personal financial goals. First National Bank of East Texas, because together we're better.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
When you're on the go and you've only got a minute, your Sefco store's got everything in it. From gas to groceries, you can find it right here. Aren't you glad there's a Sefco near? Day and night when you need the best, Sefco quality's as good as it gets. You find everything top of the line, and hometown service saving you time. Texans know when you're on the go, make it Sefco.
Smith Quality Meats, located at 604 Highway 271 South in Gilmer, just across from the junior high school, brings you the freshest cut, best quality meats anywhere. And now it is all right here in Gilmer. Just call 903-680-MEAT and let the experts at your locally family-owned Smith Family Meats set you up for your main course for any occasion. It is always prime time at Smith Quality Meats in Gilmer. Call us at 903-680-MEAT and tell Mr. Smith what you need today, so everyone at your house is happy tonight.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Extra, extra! Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTex, local support from the team you trust.
The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
Rowdy Creek Ranch, located on Highway 300 between Gilmer and Longview, is your destination for a world-class escape. With everything from dinner and wine tastings to weekend retreats in our unique and luxurious glamping park, Rowdy Creek is a little piece of heaven right in our own backyard. Corporate events, reunion gatherings, weekend getaways, and even dinner with live music are all on offer at Rowdy Creek Ranch.
For all of your oil change and automotive service and maintenance needs, drop by Pit Stop Oil and Lube in Gilmer and take care of it with the fast, friendly, and full quality service. Pit Stop Oil and Lube is your hometown car care professional and can take care of anything your car needs to keep your vehicle running great and to keep you safe and satisfied. Conveniently located on Highway 271 North in Gilmer, if you need an oil change or inspection, make a pit stop at Pit Stop Oil and Lube.
You've heard the saying, location, location, location. Well, at First National Bank of East Texas, we've got branches, branches, branches to proudly serve our family of customers across East Texas and beyond, providing the convenient banking and financial services you need to grow your business or to help you manage your money and fulfill your personal financial goals. First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
When you're on the go and you've only got a minute, your Sefco store's got everything in it. From gas to groceries, you can find it right here. Aren't you glad there's a Sefco near? Day and night when you need the best, Sefco quality's as good as it gets. You everything top of the line. And hometown service saving you time. Texans know when you're on the go, make it Sefco.
Smith Quality Meats, located at 604 Highway 271 South in Gilmer, just across from the junior high school, brings you the freshest cut, best quality meats anywhere. And now it is all right here in Gilmer. Just call 903-680-MEAT and let the experts at your locally family-owned Smith Family Meats set you up for your main course for any occasion. It is always prime time at Smith Quality Meats in Gilmer. Call us at 903-680-MEAT and tell Mr. Smith what you need today, so everyone at your house is happy tonight.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Jeff Traylor Stadium. And I'm joined here, as you can see, Marty, you step back just a little bit so they can see you at home. Joined with our title sponsors, the Gilmer Buckeye broadcast. I'm joined here with former Buckeyes, Marty Young, Brent Godarzy. And these guys were on either side of me, because you graduated in 88.
Right.
You were 91. Okay. So these guys were both on both sides of us, both played on this field, have sons that are athletes. Brent, your son played middle linebacker here for several seasons. And so we're, as I don't think these guys need introductions. If you've driven down any highway in East Texas or outside of that area, you've seen their faces on billboards. I actually told Brent last week, we were talking on the phone, and I said, hey, I got bad news. I drove by a billboard that didn't have your face on it. So you guys are all over the place. Incredibly successful firm, and it's always fun to watch fellow Buckeyes do well. And then, more importantly, watch them give back to the community. I think a lot of people are aware of what you guys do for the schools, both Longview and Gilmer. I don't know if they know about the turkeys and all the different things. You guys give away like 2,000 turkeys, right?
We did. You know, I'll tell you this, a lot of the reasons why we do what we did is the blessings we got right here on this field and in this school system. And that is, we were taught to work hard, and if you work hard, you should give back. And that's what we do, and we try to do that in everything we do and in every environment we're in. And as I sit here tonight, I'm inspired watching these young boys. I have to say I'm a little bit sad because I'm not watching my son. And my son's a junior at Alabama. Marty has two boys at Texas Tech. One's a junior and one's a freshman. But it's just so good to be back, watching the Buckeyes, seeing them succeed. And I just want everybody, we're always going to be here for this community, and we appreciate you and what you've done. You've been a part of this community since we graduated. You give back, and many of the guys that you and I and Marty played with on this same field, and we keep saying this same field. When we played, it was a grass field.
Yeah, it wasn't quite the same field.
Right.
Yeah,
and we were in a field house that sometimes the commodes didn't flush.
Yeah.
So
it was a living staph infection when we were there. Yeah.
So I'll tell you, from time to time we'll have lawyers come in on cases that we have, and we'll bring them over here, show them the stadium, and now we show them the school, and it's just a source of great pride for us, and I know this community.
Yeah, it is. And we, Marty, I've also got a daughter out at Texas Tech. You guys went to Tech, so we got Tech represented and Gilmer represented well. But I want to personally thank you guys. Seriously, it's awesome to watch former classmates and people from Gilmer that just come back and give so much to the community. And congratulations, by the way, on your success. You talk about Buckeyes winning. If it matters for you to win in a courtroom, these are the two guys you want on your side. I can assure you the records prove that. But more importantly, I appreciate you guys' friendship over the years, and thanks for what you're doing for the community.
Again, we're always here, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks. Marty Young, Brent Godarzi, our title sponsors for the broadcast. They bring this to you every week. We're going to jump down on the field now and watch the stars of the show, the Buckeye Stars.
Now stand up and cheer for the Buckeyes as the Stars kick to the fight song. Congratulations to Tim Turner, winning 2 reserved seats and a big thank you to Ruth Whiteside for the donation of the tickets and all the car tickets from the drawing. Appreciate your support of the Stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gilmer County School District is proud to present one of the most decorated military marching bands in Texas. The pride of Upshur County, the 2020 UIL 4A bronze medalist, Gilmer Buckeye Band. And now we feature the GHS Majorettes as they perform a dazzling routine to Holiday. Brandon Garvin, Chris Witt, Sarah Thompson, Emily Chittimer. Major sponsors, Michelle Falk. Thank you for your attention to all of tonight's halftime performances, and go Buckeyes!
And we're back for the halftime show here with 38 seconds left in the half as the Gilmer Buckeyes get ready to take possession, very hopefully, and get the ball. And that was the story of the first half. The Gladewater Bears found a way to hang around and limited the Gilmer Buckeyes to only 24 offensive snaps, which is a little bit untypical, but the Buckeye offense very prepared, kind of stalled out there and had an opportunity to take this into a 14-point halftime lead. But Coach Metzel just opted after a third down, a loss, had to burn a timeout there with a couple of penalties, just took it into the field house with a 21-14 lead, and now the Gladewater Bears look to kick it off as we will kick it back down to the field and get ready as we get ready to kick off the second half with the Buckeyes receiving. Now, hopefully this won't be another onside kick as the Gladewater Bears stole the possession from the Buckeyes in that second quarter, and really 7 minutes in the second quarter went by before the Buckeyes even touched the ball, which was to the advantage of Gladewater. They ran clock and managed to stay in the game for the first half. So for Coach LeVere, that is a moral victory. The Buckeyes very prepared now for being able to potentially have an onside kick defense here, Jeff. And let's see, the Buckeyes were a second half team all year last year. Let's see if they do the exact same thing here again. Gladewater gets ready to kick off.
There's the kickoff. They're going to kick it deep. And it's going to be fielded by number 17, Rowan Fluellen, who brings it up the middle, all the way back out to the 40. Nice return there by Fluellen.
And Rowe just so smart and solid with the football as he just kind of flows. We nicknamed him Water last year because he just runs to the path of least resistance. But the Water's running a little faster this year and with a little more force because he's probably 3-4 inches taller, 20+ pounds heavier, and I mean just explosive.
Yeah, he picked up a lot of speed. He worked hard this summer. He went to a lot of clinics, he and his dad, and you can tell just in this opening game, it's going to be a good year for him. Fluellen in motion, handoff around the left side, number 29, Haynes, who doesn't realize he's supposed to go down when three people jump on him. And he just keeps running downhill. 12-yard gain for Ashton Haynes across midfield out to the 46.
His first step in vision, Jeff, is just really Division I quality. It's exciting to know both for Rowan and for Ashton that we got another year left on the contracts. As once again, we talked about it in the first half, the first cramp victim already for the Gladewater Bears. As the linebacker goes down with cramp, stops the clock just as the Buckeyes want to play fast. And Gladewater stops the clock with a cramp injury. Talking about first half statistics, Jeff, it was really all the Gladewater Bears could do. They lost the opening toss and had a disastrous first drive. I mean, it was just absolutely terrible. And before they looked up in the first quarter, got their feet under them, the Buckeyes were up 14-0, but they really kind of found their footing. Managed a 60-yard drive, really utilizing the big athletes on the outside, throwing it up to them, and they went up and made some plays. They got it to within 7, and then the onside kick got them the momentum and tied it at 14. And then at the last 4 minutes of the second quarter, the Buckeyes kind of came storming back, and really we expected them to be up 28-14 right here. It's still a game, 21-14, but the offense right now is really clicking, and it seems like the Buckeyes want to grab momentum here and take this back out.
Quick break out of the huddle. Drops back. Tennyson's got Rowan Fluellen on an out route who fights forward. Just short. Looks like they stripped the ball out of Rowan's hands. Rowan was fighting for extra yardage, and it looks like they just literally removed it from his hands. So that's going to be a turnover. The first of this game for the Buckeyes, and that's going to put Gladewater 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
Uncharacteristic of Rowe, like you said, he's fighting for extra yards, but that's DJ Allen out there, strips the ball from him and gets the Bears first down, kills that drive. So really, Jeff, that's the second turnover that Gladewater's had if you count the onside kick.
Yeah.
And really kind of robbing plays and possessions from the Buckeyes. Let's see if the defense can stand up here. And one big difference maker just checked into the game for the first time to get his first taste. That's big Matt Burton, number 44, is back in the middle of that defense. And 1st and 10 from the 40, 11-13 left as the Buckeyes took the opening kickoff in the second half and were driving, but turn it over, and let's see if they can get the ball back.
All right, tight formation for Gladewater. They're going to pitch around the left side, and what a great defensive move there by number 3, Arona, who drives him back inside.
That's number 2, Allen. They're going to try to get him the ball, Jeff, any way they can, and you can see how absolutely scary he is as he went by about 9 defenders, but he is cramping up right now, and he is still on the ground. And that's a lot of quick twitch muscle fiber that he has had to defend, and that's going to be a huge loss for Gladewater there. That's their best player.
All right, they're getting him up and assisting him off the field. We hope that's just a cramp. And it's that time of year, man. It is so tough. It's hot and it's early, and so hopefully they'll get over there and get him stretched out, and he'll be fine. But just a really good athlete, very talented runner. Should have been dropped for a loss, and he was able to manage to pick up about 4 yards. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Ball's on the 44-yard line. They're going to send 2 receivers wide to the right, and they got an I formation.
2nd and 6.
Quarterback's under center. Handoff to the fullback. Drop for a loss. He may have got a yard. Looks like they're going to give him maybe 2.
Well, that's Matt Burton. That's the big cat, number 44, who's back in the game, and he just owns the interior of that line of scrimmage. It literally takes 3 guys to be able to control him, and he still gets to the point of attack and just makes a big pile until those linebackers can get there and clean it up. But here's a huge opportunity for the Buckeyes to get off the field. Look for number 11 with number 2 out of the game with DJ Allen. Look for number 11. That's Tyrone Matt, or excuse me, that's Colin Lewis. He's made several big plays already.
All right, same set. 2 receivers to the right. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback rolls to the left side. He's in trouble. Good heads-up play. Dumps it out to, I guess, his slot guy. You had Cody Guidry right in the face. They wanted that to be a quarterback bootleg to the left side with Lewis. And Lewis saw Guidry and said, uh-oh, and dumps it out to the number 35. And he picks up the first down. So that was a great heads-up play there by Lewis.
Yeah, he just sneaks out. It's that play-action fake that they run. And the Buckeyes aren't buying it that time, but the fullback slipped out to the flat as just a safety outlet, and Lewis barely got rid of that. That was a 2-handed basketball chest pass out to number 35, and he hustles for the sticks and makes a first down in midfield and prevents the Buckeyes from getting the ball back right there on a 3-and-out.
All right, I formation, receiver wide to the left and the right, rolls to his right side, dumps one over the middle, and it is complete. Almost batted down. And that is complete to number 7 for Gladewater. That is Cates. I don't know why we sit in the dark here. I'm too old to sit in the dark, guys, and try to read numbers of the other team.
Well, we got an injury down. That's number 13 for the Buckeyes. So that's Wilson. That has to come off there, and that just is a pass that is just over his outstretched fingertips and picks up a first down now deep into Buckeye territory at the 33. And just like that, Jeff, the Buckeyes give up a possession and turn it over. Instead of being up potentially 21 now, they are up only 7, and Gladewater driving once again deep in Buckeye territory.
All right, 1st and 10. Ball's on the 33. Dumps another one over the middle, and if that had been caught, that could have been trouble. That was big yardage, but it looks like they threw it to a tackle. I guess he came out of the backfield, but
yeah, he was a tight end.
He is a big boy.
Yeah, he was a tight end, and Rowan Fluellen back there directing traffic and basically saying, look, you can't assume it's a run. You got to play your first responsibility first. Fortunately for the Buckeyes, it does 2 things. Number 1, an incomplete pass stops the clock, and number 2, it creates a 2nd and long, and number 2 is over there on the sideline.
Yeah, 2nd and long, 2nd and 10 to be precise. Ball spotted on about the 32-yard line. Quarterback is under center. Handoff to the fullback up the middle. Good for maybe 2.
And here's the money down once again. 1.5 minutes later, thanks to an incomplete pass, the Buckeyes have 3rd and long. This is probably 4-down territory for Gladewater. Although Gladewater gets chippy once again, and their own guys trying to back off the Gladewater Bears. And yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coaches literally inside the numbers for Gladewater over there. And the play clock ticking down to 15 now. Is wow. I mean, yeah, you got coaches literally out, but Coach Levier is halfway on the field.
All right, they send in the play call here. They're going into a huddle. Break the huddle. They're going to send Lewis wide to the left.
That's where they're going.
Another receiver wide to the right. They go back to the I formation. Quarterback is under center.
They're going to pick on Jackson on this play right here.
And they look like they're going to call a timeout. They want to talk about it. See what happens. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to do the same.
Rowdy Creek Ranch, located on Highway 300 between Gilmer and Longview, is your destination for a world-class escape. With everything from dinner and wine tastings to weekend retreats in our unique and luxurious glamping park, Rowdy Creek is a little piece of heaven right in our own backyard. Corporate events, reunion gatherings, weekend getaways, and even dinner with live music are all on offer at Rowdy Creek Ranch.
Back to the action here, Jeff. 21-14, a big third down here for the Buckeyes. Gladewater comes out, stops the Buckeyes on a turnover, a very uncharacteristic Ro Fluellen strip of the ball after he's managed to fight for a first down on a big completion. Puts Gladewater in business, and they go back to the grounded pound game. 8:26 left now in the third quarter. They limited the Buckeyes to only 4 snaps so far in this quarter, as they've got to now try to figure out how to pick up 7 yards in 2 downs. Coach Levier and his staff, it's kind of incredible. They're all the way out to the numbers every single play. And there's such things as being a coach on the field, but he's standing on the field.
This is a new set right here. They got 2 wideouts on the right, 2 wideouts on the left. Quarterback's in the shotgun by himself. So this is going to be kind of interesting. Quick pass inside to Lewis. And he just escapes tackle, but doesn't get a whole lot.
That's 22 Watson comes up.
Watson
and really
comes up, nearly had him for a loss.
Yeah, and we got a flag in the backfield.
So I don't know what they're called. I'm not sure what they called.
Yeah, this is going to be on the offense, undoubtedly.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, 32.
Oh, goodness.
Half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance to the goal.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's number 32, roughing the passer. So we must have hit him a little late. That's going to be half the distance to the goal. And that's going to put him right at the 12-yard line. So that's a big 1st and 10 from the 12 for Gladewater. That's a big break if you're a Gladewater fan. Let's see if the Buckeyes can stop the momentum here Gladewater has going. They're trying to tie up this ball game. They're showing us the same set. Quarterback's alone in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeper up the middle, gets hit pretty hard by number 14, Jackson. And he stops the forward momentum.
2-yard pickup there. So we got a 2nd and long, but again, Jeff, clock ticking under 8 minutes in the third quarter and keeping Brandon Tennyson and the Buckeyes on their sideline watching. And the Buckeyes need a big turnover here, or even a pick 6 would be awesome to see Ro Fluellen run a wind sprint right here and go score for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, now you got Lewis and you got Allen wide to the left, so watch this. You've got it's going to hand off up the middle to the tailback, and he may be good for a couple as they just kind of pound it forward. And they have really been working that middle hard tonight and trying to perfect that run up the gut. I'm just still surprised that they're not putting the ball in the air more. If you got Lewis and Allen on the left side, I'm going to the end zone and just throw it up and say, best athlete come down with it. But this is going to be 3rd and 6. Ball's going to be spotted on the 8-yard line. Buckeye defense need to make a stand here on 3rd down. Allen and Lewis both wide to the left. I formation. Quarterback's under center. Quarterback keeper, and he gets smacked in the mouth by about 8 Buckeyes. And I couldn't tell who was first there. I think it was the corner. Slow to get up out there. I believe that's number 13 on the stop for the Buckeyes.
And that's speed to the football. That's Tyson Wilson, the junior, as he comes up there. And we've got a cramping Buckeye that's going to stop the clock. And they're gonna say he got back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got close to the line of scrimmage, but nevertheless, we've also got literally 5 Gladewater coaches on the field and nobody's saying a word. So it's quite the sight there as we've got some Buckeyes cramping up now.
That may be Dustin Morrow. I can't tell. I think that's 32 Dustin Morrow, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He plays that right side.
And that's going to be 4th down and 8. I don't know if Gladewater has a kicker, and I don't know.
No, that's Rowan. That's Rowan Fluellen.
Is that Rowe?
Yeah, that's Rowan on the turf.
Well, that's a big blow for the Buckeyes. If he's cramping up, he's got to get hydrated and get prepared to.
Yeah, he's walking off on his own, so he's okay.
Well, let's see what Coach Levere tries to do here on 4th down.
Yeah, with Rowan being out of the game, he may go in the air here.
Yeah.
He's standing on 20.
4th down and 7.
Well, they're going to look to get it to Allen in the end zone, that's for sure.
4th and 7, ball spotted on the 10. 4th down. This is a big play right here. Let's see what they do. They're going to try a halfback pass. Number 2's forced out of the pocket, and he's going to be dropped at the 9.
Buckeye football.
It was Buckeyes football either way. He fumbled. Buckeyes are going to recover, but
that's number 3. That's Amaro Rona, who comes up and does not give up on the play. Tackles DJ Allen from behind, and the Buckeyes have managed to stop Gladewater halfway through the 3rd quarter after the turnover. So now we're even, but we've lost a half a quarter here for the Buckeyes. The offense will come back on the field literally, Jeff, they're going to be 91 yards away from pay dirt here.
Man, that was a long drive. I mean, this remind me if I'm wrong. This was the turnover, right? They got it from Rowan.
That's right. That's right.
And they've had the ball for like 45 minutes, it seems like.
Yes.
I mean, my goodness. That's the longest 6 minutes of play.
Yeah, in the meantime, Brandon Tennyson and half his teammates are juniors in college at this point.
Yeah, you got number 2, Allen, walking off, limping off again, off the field. And again, this time of year, you just expect that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a lot of fast twitch wrapped up in those legs. That's a 4.40 guy. And but it's hard to keep a 3A team in shape when you got to play every snap on both sides of the ball at this pace. Speaking of pace, get ready because the Buckeyes are about to come at you 90 miles an hour.
3 receivers wide to the right, 1 back in the backfield. From the shotgun, let's see what Tennyson's got for us with 6 minutes left in the 3rd. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Haynes, not a lot there. Maybe a couple of yards. And that's going to bring up about 2nd and 8.
Nice safe play to pick up positive yards. You're in the shadow of your own goal line, but there's a lot of green grass in number 2 over there on the sideline. And a lot of weapons. Look at Parker Gillo up top, kind of man-to-man single coverage, and you know what kind of wheels Parker has, the senior.
Trip receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Drops back, looking at Gillo. Picks him up on the out route. Parker right at the marker, maybe just short of the 1st down.
I think he got it.
Did he get it?
I think he got it by a yard. Nice route by Parker.
Yep, they're going to move the chains. Good job there by the senior Gillo. And
Buckeyes now kind of getting a little momentum, Jeff. Out of the shadow of their own goal line, out to their own 20.
All right, same set. Twin receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Plenty of time. Fires a bullet. Same play. Gillo for another 10 yards and a 1st down.
The 2 seniors literally just playing pitch and catch and working over that secondary outside. DJ Allen's missing out there, and they are just going to work on that right corner, singled up. And when you got the arm strength of Brandon Tennyson in the hands of Parker Gillo, you just keep moving the chains.
Handoff around the right side. What a great stiff arm there. And this is number 21, I believe, on the carry there, Todd.
Yeah, that's LaDaylon Jackson. And he is
Jackson
quick.
Hit the corner.
Yeah, he is quick. He's got that kind of speed and burst. Great 1st down. Moving now comfortably out of the shadow of their own end zone. The Buckeyes have their own 45, and they got
hurry up offense. They're in a hurry. Here's the snap. Hands it off to Jackson again. This time nothing there. He maybe gets a yard, maybe 2. 2nd and 8.
Keeping them honest, and they're going to play fast, is once again you got a helmet coming off. That's number 40 going both ways, the big fullback that's got to come off the field for the Gladewater Bears. And the Buckeyes right back to the line of scrimmage as usual.
2 receivers left, 1 right, 1 back in the backfield. Shotgun, here's the snap. Drops back, fires one to Guidry. Guidry throwing jukes left and right, picks up the first down. My goodness, what a good...
That's called a jump stop.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and that's called you stop and I'm going to jump out of your way and run right around you.
Great job there by Guidry. You know, he's a tough player. I like watching him play. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 1 back in the backfield, 1 man in the slot. Tennyson in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Drops back, calm as a cucumber, fires one downfield, a little short, picked off.
And that's number 11, Wilson.
That's just a bit underthrown. That was intended for Gilo.
BT like to have that one back, trying not to overthrow his target, and just got too much air under it. And Wilson, the good athlete, the coach's son, just goes up and gets it. And that's basically a punt now that puts Gladewater at their own 12-yard line. But once again, a missed opportunity for the Buckeyes to score and another turnover. And boy, the Buckeyes need to go 3 and out right here and keep the Bears on their end of the field. But they're not moving real fast out to the huddle, Jeff. Those guys are playing both ways. 4 minutes left in this third quarter. And that was a potential touchdown there with Gilo that they picked their spot.
That's
to go
a long
top.
pass. He's throwing from the opposite side hash mark.
That's a 60-yard throw, and BT trying not to overthrow it and just leaves it short.
2 receivers wide out. Quarterback's under center for Gladewater. Hands it off to the tailback on the left side, and he's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a foot gain.
That's Arona again on that tackle, number 3. Outside linebackers, and we can sound like a broken record, but this is just the luxury that Coach Tommy Edwards has, recognizing he's got Big Matt Burton and Borda out there. They are comfortable in a 3-4 set, which opens up those linebackers. Arona's not a very big guy, Jeff, but you give him space and he can hit you and tackle, and that's what all those linebackers do. They just get to their athletes in space, they eat up blocks, and then just let their athletes go make plays.
All right, quarterback goes back under center, I formation. Hands off to the fullback up the middle. He's driving. He may have got 2.
That's right where you want him.
Eating time off the clock. That's going to bring up 37 for Gladewater.
3rd and long, and Coach Levere just trying to get this to the 4th quarter and be within a score. That's a moral victory for Gladewater. For the Buckeyes, they're just, critical times and lack of execution. They've turned it over twice now here in this second half. I mean, if they score going in at halftime and then these 2 times, Jeff, this is more like a 42-14 game right now. Instead, the Gladewater Bears still in it, but facing a big 3rd down here and going to have to try to convert.
All right, drops back, wanting to pass, rolls out to his left side, dumps one over the top, incomplete. And I think that was another pass intended for that tight end, just couldn't reel it in. He looks more like a left tackle than a tight end.
He's wearing number 88, and 88's never looked so big.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb is literally, his 88 is half that size. Rowan Fluellen, despite the cramping, is going to go back deep. Clock still running with 20 seconds. The Gladewater Bears going to milk it. DJ Allen is the punter. He's cramping up, but he's going to come back and try to punt again. Their punts so far tonight have not been very effective. There's 5 seconds left. They're going to try to get this one off.
All right, there's a punt. It's going to be fielded on the 47. And he's going to be drugged down, maybe picked up about 3 or 4 yards on the return. They were all over him. And Buckeyes are going to get the ball back. 2:51 left in the 3rd.
So BT and the offense come back on the field with it tilted in their favor. They're going to start this drive from the Gladewater 43-yard line. 1st and 10, and there's no doubt about it with 2:51 left, Jeff. They need to score right here, make this at least a 2-score game, and then worrying about trying to get the ball back. They need a couple of more scores here to make this comfortable going into the 4th quarter.
Two receivers wide right, two left. Tennyson in the backfield by himself from the shotgun. Jet sweep, first one of the night. Has to go wide. Picks up a little bit of yardage off of it. That was 29 Haynes. Had to go the long way to get there.
Yeah, he did.
Picked up about 4 yards on the carry.
He outflanked 4 guys that literally had him 7 yards deep. And boy, when he turned the corner, he turned -7 into +4 real fast. Get it inside the 40, 1st and 10 Buckeyes. Thank you, Mr. Ashton Haynes, and those wheels you got. Get in the corner for the Buckeyes.
All right, two receivers left, one right. Handoff to Haynes, left side, hole, big hole, up the middle. Haynes, first down, across the 30 to the 26.
He's a good-looking running back, Jeff. Yeah, that's all there is to it. He's a good-looking running back.
They're going to spot him on the 28. Two receivers left, one right. Haynes in the backfield once again.
The referee's stepping in literally to kind of slow the Buckeyes down, and you're welcome, Coach Levere, over there on the sideline.
Here's a snap. Handoff, Haynes up the middle, and he's brought down immediately. Got back to the line of scrimmage.
He's going to sub out now for LaDainian Jackson, who's also got some wheels, as Ashton's done a great job. Comes over and high-fives his running backs coach, Coach Tate. And he's just become a staple of this Gilmer program here and handling the backs. Coach Keith Tate, a Buckeye himself.
Jackson takes the ball. Look at this guy find a hole. Man, he comes around the corner like lightning.
I'm telling you, Jeff.
I mean, this guy's got some wheels.
So you get tired of watching number 29 and Ashton run through your secondary. Well, he subs out, and in comes number 21, and he's moving a step faster than Ashton even was.
And you talk about fast.
Buckeyes having their way on the running
faking the
game
handoff.
Right
nope, handoff again. Jackson, look at this guy go to the end zone.
Touchdown, Buckeyes. Wow.
That is hard to stop that kind of speed.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you now.
That's moving at a different gear.
That is moving right there.
That is moving at a different gear.
There is no lumber, and that guy is, that reminds me of Chase Tate.
Yep.
That's who he looks like. He's built like Chase Tate, and he runs like Chase Tate.
He's just 40 pounds heavier.
No, I don't think he is. He's not that big. You know, he's, well, maybe. He may be 20 pounds heavier.
But I tell you what, Chase Tate was pound for pound probably the toughest Buckeye.
Oh my gosh.
Minus JT Tennyson. JT Tennyson and those are two of the
Chase
pound for pound, the two of the toughest Buckeyes ever.
Chase Tate was just incredible. Kick is up and good, and Buckeyes out now 28-14 with 1:38. We'll be right back. For all of your oil change and automotive service and maintenance needs, drop by Pit Stop Oil and Lube in Gilmer and take care of it with the fast, friendly, and full quality service. Pit Stop Oil and Lube is your hometown car care professional and can take care of anything your car needs to keep your vehicle running great and to keep you safe and satisfied. Conveniently located on Highway 271 North in Gilmer, if you need an oil change or inspection, make a pit stop at Pit Stop Oil and Lube.
Back to the action here, folks, as the Buckeyes stretch this out to a 28-14 lead with 1:38 left in the third quarter.
Todd, I'd like to talk about pizza.
Well, tell you what, talking about food in the third quarter is nothing new. Don Giovanni's Pizza hooked us up tonight. We appreciate you guys down there on the square in Gilmer. Some of the best authentic Italian food that you can find anywhere.
If you haven't been there yet, you need to try it.
I'm telling you, and if that's not enough, we got Smith Quality Meats. And they got a brisket special going on all weekend long. USDA certified Angus beef. And I tell you what, I've been in there and I got my eye on some prime ribeye steaks this weekend. And my wife is accusing me of being biased of hooking them up as a sponsor this year. But great quality, and you don't have to go anywhere to get it. It's right here in Gilmer.
Here's the kickoff. Fernandez, high pooch kick, fielded on the 27. And it's going to probably draw a flag. It does. And he was just clotheslined, basically, and brought down.
That was number 10 for the Buckeyes, and that is Caden Tennyson, the freshman. And
Tennyson runs by and clotheslined him. He's been watching the Eric Von Erich too much.
He's flying on that. He comes over to Big Brother and goes,
"Sorry,
I might have broke his neck."
Yeah, I think I broke his neck.
How old are
Yeah.
Von Erichs, man. I grew up in the 80s. I'm a product of the 80s. Everybody knows the Von Erichs. I watched the Von Erichs wrestle right here on the 50-yard line
Right here in
when we were in
Texas.
we were like 8th grade. It was awesome.
25 years ago.
Yeah, it's a long. No, it was 35 years ago.
These kids don't know who they
Yeah, go look it up. You don't know Kevin and Eric Von Erich, you need to go look.
Kevin and Carrie and David and
the whole
Fritz
deal.
And
Yeah, the whole shooting.
they were some high school Friday Night Light stars too in I think Richardson, Texas.
Yeah, they're from Carthage. I think Kevin still lives in Carthage. Wide right, wide left, I formation, quarterback under center. 1st and 10 from their own 45. Drops back, launches one downfield. Look at this.
Picked off.
Great job, 22 Watson.
How about that?
Watson goes up and snags one from Lewis. What a great job by Watson.
Well, that is just ball skills to the hilt. Landon Watson going up and making the interception.
What a great, talk about going to the high point. Look at the coaches on him on the sideline. They're still celebrating on the sideline with Landon.
I'm telling you, that
Look at
that is as good
That
as
is
it
good
gets.
stuff right there.
And you remember, this is the same Landon Watson that out there at varsity practice is literally standing 5'2" at 100 pounds. He's not anymore, and he picked it up as he gets that pick. And you can't play it any better than Landon Watson just did.
That's awesome. Good job, Landon.
1:26 left in the 3rd quarter. Gives the ball back to BT and the Buckeyes, who really had their way in the last possession. Still in the 3rd quarter, and the Buckeyes with a chance to blow this one open right here.
Flew Ellen's in the game again. Rockwell's over here with him on the left side. And looks like BT's going to be in the...
That's a young coaching staff.
We had to carry the other Rockwell brother off the field.
Literally.
Literally. He's gonna need a chiropractor over that deal.
He picked the wrong Rockwell.
Handoff up the middle
to the other Rockwell.
I think that's probably Michael Colbert that took
that's
that
Colbert.
handoff.
That's right.
Colbert's good for a couple of yards, maybe.
Buckeyes gonna be content to keep this on the ground.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Gonna be 2nd and 10. 1:09 left in the 3rd.
Look for the Buckeyes to take a shot here. If you know Alan Metzel, it's probably coming.
Low snap, handoff again to Colbert, and he's drugged down from behind.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 8 from the Buckeye 32. Well, that's 3rd and 8. Make it the 33-yard line, maybe 3rd and 9 now. Probably not 4-down territory with a 14-point lead. 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Let's see what the Buckeyes got in the playbook here.
There's the snap. Rolling to his right side, BT under heavy pressure, throws on the run.
Look out!
Look at this. What a throw. It's a foot race down the sideline, and Rowan almost makes it all the way down to the 3-yard line. They're going to call him down on the 6.
Okay, I'm going to make a prediction right here, and I hope Coach Traylor's still listening. That's a combination that you're going to see at the next level right there. I'm going to make that prediction. That's a tough young man, Rowan Fluellen, showing the wheels that he has, because he's running off from a speed demon there in Gladewater and barely got caught.
Here's the snap. Well, he had to go from a dead stop, too. Colbert on the carry to the left side. Colbert trying to get in. Gets down to about the 1-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Yeah, the thing is there, though, the defender was already on the run. Yeah. He had to catch it from a dead stop and start.
And turn and run.
Like he was coming out of blocks.
Yeah, and I mean, BT put that one on a rope literally about 8 feet off the ground.
That was beautiful.
And I mean, that was improvised because Brandon was on a dead run too when he did that. 1 second
I
left.
thought he was throwing it away, offsides.
Doesn't matter.
Colbert's going to get a touchdown. That was offsides against Gladewater. They'll decline that. That's going to be a touchdown for Colbert.
Offsides, Gladewater, touchdown Buckeyes.
Yeah, touchdown Buckeyes. Hernandez comes in for the extra point. And Buckeyes feeling a lot of momentum now. 34 points on the board. This 4th quarter could get ugly.
Yeah. Well, and I think you may have a chance to see maybe what the most exciting thing is for Buckeye fans to happen You may see another Tennyson at quarterback here in a little bit, folks.
Yeah,
That will
Caden
be
Tennyson.
the freshman who has already tried to decapitate the Gladewater Bears.
Kick is good, folks. As the clock ticks down to 0, it is Gilmer Buckeyes 35, Gladewater Bears 14. We'll be right back.
You've heard the saying, location, location, location. Well, at First National Bank of East Texas, we've got branches, branches, branches to proudly serve our family of customers across East Texas and beyond, providing the convenient banking and financial services you need to grow your business or to help you manage your money and fulfill your personal financial goals. First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Back to action. We just got a score from halftime down in Houston. Crosby over Carthage 17-7 at halftime. 5 turnovers by the Carthage Bulldogs to start the half. And the Buckeyes getting ready to kick off. 35-14 is their lead over the Gladewater Bears, who really kind of have spent everything they need to spend trying to keep it close through 3 quarters. And honestly, Jeff, minus the turnovers, this could be a 42 or even a 48-14 game right now. The Buckeyes obviously have the advantage going into the 4th quarter here. Let's see if we get a lot of younger kids into play and what Hernandez does here.
Pooch kick over to the right side. Fair catch on the 30-yard line.
Buckeye defense will take it. Come out and try to get the ball back to the offense one more time as we begin the 4th quarter. Gladewater 70 yards away, but really you kind of maybe think they've seen everything in their playbook this early in the season. And Gladewater's come out and they're moving really slow out to the huddle, and there's a bunch of fatigued young men. DJ Allen back on the field, but he's been off the field, what, Jeff, now 4 times with cramps?
Yeah. So we got 4th quarter left to play. It's 35-14. And they're calling for their tight end to be on the right side. Makes you wonder if that might be something for him. It is. They're running to that side. And they just pretty much told everybody that when they called him over.
Yeah.
So they're going to drop him for about a yard loss on the carry.
He ran into a Matt Burton bear hug and lost 3 yards.
Yeah.
Congratulations. See you next play.
Yeah, they might as well have said, we're coming this direction.
Matt Burton literally was waiting 3 yards in the backfield for the ball carrier, as it's just such a luxury to be able to have that group of defensive linemen, which really is going to be kind of the strength of the Buckeyes if we can stay healthy all year long. Just manhandling 5 guys, 6 guys at the line of scrimmage with 3. It's a luxury when you can do that, Jeff.
2 receivers to the right. They're going to try to hit one of them. They're dumping a pass out there, and it's picked off.
Intercepted.
It was tipped and picked off. Number 13 came down with it.
Tyson Wilson. But we've got a flag in the backfield. Let's see if we didn't rough the passer. Yeah, we roughed. No, they chop blocked. So the Buckeyes are going to take over 1st and 10 now, as Tyson Wilson gets his first interception of the season. It's a great play by the Buckeye linebackers there. The Black Flag defense returning the favor, coming back with a turnover, setting the offense up for really nails in the coffin now. 35-14, they're 1st and 10 from the Gladewater 41. Plenty of time, 11:09. And
2nd turnover and consecutive possessions. Great job there by the Buckeye defense, really getting it done. Here's the snap, handoff up the middle, and look at that spin move. That's Jackson.
Yeah, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch there between Ashton and Jackson. That's That's lightning and faster lightning coming at you.
Yeah, this guy's got some wheels. He's going to be fun to watch this year, I'm going to tell you.
Ladalen can absolutely roll, as can Ashton, and they just come in as a 1-2 punch. And you haven't even talked about the receivers yet.
There's the snap. Handoff again to Jackson up the middle. Finds a hole. Picks up another 10 yards and a first down.
And boy, when he hits the second level, Jeff, he is at absolute full speed.
I want to see him on a jet sweep.
Yeah, you've seen
That's
him.
going to be that kid's play, trust me. He's in the backfield still. Handoff again, right side.
Oh,
look at this guy.
lost his
Flag
feet.
down. Probably going to be a hold, I'm assuming.
That's down in the secondary.
I'm not sure, but that would be either a bad block or
Yeah, that's going to be against the Buckeyes. They're going to spot that at the 11.
well, they got a chop block.
Well, they got a hold, I think, by a receiver.
Was a hold?
Yeah.
Yeah, holding.
Yeah, they call Caleb Morrow on that. Hold from a receiver position. Of course, you're just blocking downfield, and you can't ask anything more. You ask your receivers to block, and the Buckeyes receivers do such a great job, but Morrow got caught on that one. Brings up first down and 10.5.
Handoff up the middle, Jackson. Look at the wheels on this guy, down to the 10-yard line.
So
just
the ref,
maybe just short of the first down, or maybe right on it.
The ref taketh 10 and Jackson giveth it right back.
Yeah, that's right.
So they literally backed up 10 and Jackson took it right back to where that was.
He kind of limps off the field. Ashton Haynes comes back in the game. Ashton in it back. 2 receivers right, 1 left. There's the snap. Handoff to Ashton up the middle, got a gap, headed for the house, not going to get there. Down to the 4-yard line. Buckeyes just moving the ball. 9:34 left to play in the game.
Yeah, this running game really in the second half, Jeff, has just been impressive for the Buckeyes. I mean, just the plethora of backs and just having their way up front. Ashton
Once
Haynes
again, Ashton just walks in, no problem. And Buckeyes back on the scoreboard. Game in hand now, comfortably in hand, as Hernandez and the extra point team make their way to the field.
10 minutes left, or 9:20 left, Jeff, so I think you may see the, I remember very well about 20 years ago saying this same thing. When G.J. Kinney came out of the game, it was a similar game, and a young man named Stump Godfrey as a freshman went in. And we all said, get ready, because there's the future. We'll get ready for 11 to come out and another number 10 to go in, and that would be Caden.
Kick is good. We'll see if they decide to do that. We'll be right back after these messages.
When you're on the go and you've only got a minute, your Sefco store's got everything in it. From gas to groceries, you can find it right here. Aren't you glad there's a Sefco near? Day and night when you need the best, Sefco quality's as good as it gets. You'll find everything top of the line, and hometown service saving you time. Texans know when you're on the go, make it Sefco.
Smith Quality Meats, located at 604 Highway 271 South in Gilmer, just across from the junior high school, brings you the freshest cut, best quality meats anywhere. And now it is all right here in Gilmer. Just call 903-680-MEAT and let the experts at your locally family-owned Smith Family Meats set you up for your main course for any occasion. It is always prime time at Smith Quality Meats in Gilmer. Call us at 903-680-MEAT and tell Mr. Smith what you need today, so everyone at your house is happy tonight.
Two-time
Back
Hall
to
of
the
Fame
action here as
inductees.
Hernandez gets ready to do a pooch kick to the left side. 9:20 left. Buckeyes have it well in hand. 42-14 is your score. And there's the pooch kick to the left side. And the Buckeyes good down to cover. And he is just blasted by number 14. That's Jackson. Kendall Jackson on the tackle, just a junior. And I tell you what, Jeff, one thing we have not talked about right now so far tonight is the absolute horsepower that is coming from the underclassmen here over the next 2 to 3 years. You know, the last time that we kind of saw this happen was 2011, when that group of freshmen, 4 magical freshmen, one of them still playing in the NFL with Chris Boyd, came up through the ranks and played varsity, and this freshman class is probably twice as deep and twice as good as that freshman class was.
You see number 2 out here, Allen, wide out. He's limping out to his wide out position.
Now he's a decoy, and he's being covered by a true freshman. That is Caden Tennyson out there looking at a Division I TCU-bound DJ Allen, and I'll tell you, if both of them had a foot race of about, say, 40, 50 yards and both of them fresh, it'd be pretty close.
Between who and who?
Between Caden and DJ Allen. It'd be pretty close.
Oh, Caden can move,
Caden can roll.
I remember them showing me video of him like in 7th grade when he ran the 100-meter. Second place was 40 yards behind him. I kid you not. It was unbelievable.
He's
2 wide outs to the right side, I formation. Quarterback keeper around the right side. Buckeyes sniff it out. And maybe he gets a half a yard.
Money down on 3rd down. 8:25 left to play here in the game. Buckeyes have it well in hand, 42-14. Another battle of G-Town is going to tilt north in Upshur County here.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the fastest Buckeye is right now, but I guarantee Caden is definitely a top 3 or so, probably.
He's 14
as a freshman.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. I mean, he is from a deep gene pool. As you saw, the same thing with Brandon when he was a young sophomore. He was one of the fastest guys on the field too.
All right, from under center. There's the snap. Handoff to the tailback, and he is smashed. I think that was number 20, Hernandez. Hit him in the face. Yeah, Hernandez, the first guy there to greet him.
They're going to punt this one, Jeff. Rowe's going to go take over, and let's see if we have a change of quarterback with 7:25 here and counting left in this game. Game well in hand. And you may see the present handing off to the future, and both of them share the same last name.
All right, here's the punt team for Gladewater. It's 42-14 if you just joined us, 7:04 left. Buckeyes almost block it. Ball's bouncing, and Llewellyn's just going to let it bounce down to around the 28-yard line. Buckeyes are going to take over 1st and 10 from their 24, excuse me.
And Brandon is going back in at quarterback, so it's the original Tennyson as Coach Metzel lines up and says, we're not done yet, we need some more work. But Caden does stay in the game at slot receiver, so we are double-barrel Tennysons here with number 11 and number 10. And I assure you that the original number 10, Mr. Stump Godfrey, is out there giving his blessing on both those numbers. No problem, boys. Take over. Take the baton.
Man in motion.
There he is.
Jet sweep. And there is Caden taking a jet sweep. Nice form tackle there by number 3 from Gladewater. But that's about a 10-yard gain. That'll move the sticks. Nice sweep there by
number 10,
Caden Tennyson.
First varsity carry.
Yeah, handoff from his brother. That's kind of fun.
Yep, moves the chains.
2 receivers, wide right, 1 left. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Got a hole.
Look out.
Down to the right side. That was number 31, his first carry for the night.
That's Kevion Brinkley, young junior.
It was a good run.
Yeah, it was a good run and good feet. The Buckeyes just have a wealth of young talent that
we
we
literally have 8 to 10 running backs that we could put in at any time that you wouldn't see that much difference, I'm telling you. It's
you really
amazing.
wouldn't.
You can put in Jerron Choice right here. There's a number of guys you could put in to this and never miss a lick.
This is the controlled offense from the Buckeyes, milking clock here.
Brinkley still in at running back, up the middle. He's going to be good for maybe 2, maybe 3.
As obviously the Buckeyes are going to be content to leave it on the ground.
Yeah, they're just going to run the clock out.
5:35 left to play. Buckeyes moving at midfield, 42-14. But you feel like with this kind of speed, here comes Will Henderson, a young sophomore. It's coming in at running back for the Buckeyes.
Now they're just going to give everybody some snaps here.
Yeah. Second and 8, just shy of midfield at the Buckeye 49-yard line.
Henderson, this will be his first carry as a varsity player around the right side. He'll get out to about the 50-yard line. That's good for a couple of yards. Again, Buckeyes at this point, being gentlemen, just running out the clock. We've ticked under 5 minutes now left to play. 3rd and 6 for the Buckeyes.
And I love the coaching.
Midfield.
Coach Keith Tate down there coaching his young sophomore, saying, hey, the objective is to run clock. Don't run out of bounds. Don't run out of bounds. Just coaching up the IQ in these young Buckeyes. So valuable to get these guys comfortable in snaps, and it's such a luxury to get them this early in the season. You're getting some fourth quarter cleanup time.
Once again, up the middle, look at this gap he's got. Going to pick up an easy first down, 15, 16 yards. Nice carry. Again, that's Will Henderson, the sophomore.
Moving the chains, and in comes number 27 to Eric Tate, young sophomore. It's always good to see the Tates, the Tennysons, the Fluellens. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the 35. Number 25 in the game, Jemiah Noble, a freshman.
4.5 minutes left to play in the game. Buckeyes in no hurry here.
And Jeff, I'll tell you what, too. Remember this name, Jemiah Noble. G is what his nickname is, number 25 down here on the bottom side. This guy has play on Sunday's potential. I mean, he is special. He is special, just a freshman.
Hand off to Henderson once again up the middle.
Still going.
Having trouble getting him down. Look at this. That turned into a 20-yard run.
I'm telling you. Move the chains, move the pile.
Those big offensive linemen had a little bit to do with that one.
Get behind them and keep plowing.
What an effort all the way down to the 16-yard line. Another first down.
Absolutely.
3:56 left to play in the game.
And here comes Caden Tennyson back in the game, and Brandon Tennyson's night is done. And here's the torch pass, Jeff, that you will remember for a long time. August the 26th, as Tennyson gives way to Tennyson. And this will be a foreshadowing effect as Caden gets ready to take his first varsity snap as a freshman with the Buckeyes.
All right, there's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper around the right side because why wouldn't you? Across the 10s, driving his legs down to about the 6.
Caden picks up another first down, 1st and goal. Sniffing of his first varsity touchdown with 3:15 left to play in the game. And it is an exciting future ahead for Coach Metzel and these young Buckeyes. As you've got 4 or 5 freshmen right now, Jeff, that legitimately will spend a lot of time on the varsity. Number 75, Lucas Cano. Number 25, Jemiah Noble. Number 10, Caden Tennyson. And then, who am I missing?
Henderson still in at running back. Caden Tennyson, fumble, and Gladewater's going to recover that one. Looked like it was a bit of a high snap, just not able to pull it down. Caden's going to be a little disappointed about that. And that's probably how that's going to end tonight. 2:35 left to play.
And we'll get to wrapping this one up, Jeff, as the Battle of G-Town was great for 2 quarters, good for 3, and then the 4th quarter, the Buckeyes kind of started putting nails in the coffin. Good solid effort for a first time out. You like to see the control. You like to see the young guys make such great contributions. You like to see the experience and I'll tell you, this Gladewater team will be playing at Thanksgiving. I mean, they're that talented. You've got a legit, Big 12 D1 athlete over there in DJ Allen that the Buckeyes really have kind of shut down tonight.
Quarterback keeper around the right side. It's going to be good for about 9 yards.
Keep the clock running under 2:25 left to play now. as the fans start to head for the exits.
Wilson brought down by Jose Hernandez.
But a good solid effort for Coach Metzel. We have 8 more days here until we welcome the Henderson Lions into Jeff Traylor Stadium. And you remember, Jeff, last year, that was in the rain. It was a barn burner in Henderson. It really was kind of the first obstacle that the Buckeyes overcame before they really kind of started rolling in preseason. Much better start, I would say, here early on. As we got a dive up the middle of the fullback. It's going to be tackled and pick up a first down. But a long road ahead, and that's the one thing now, Jeff, that last year taught these young Buckeyes is that, you know, if you want to play till Santa Claus comes, it's a long way from the August heat and 90-plus degrees down there on the turf to AT&T Stadium. It is a long journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You take it 1 week, 1 practice, 1 rep at a time. And you got to like the future, and you got to like what you see from this young Buckeye team here as they come out and make a solid statement. 42-14. Likely our final score as we're running down now under 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Hand off to the tailback around the right side. He breaks out into open field, picks up about 10 yards on the carry.
Number 8, the ball carrier.
Number 34 checks out for the Buckeyes. That's Sam Flewellen, a senior, and everybody getting good quality snaps, everybody getting good quality film. It'll be a good practice in the morning with a good taste in their mouth with the Buckeyes starting the season out with a solid victory over the Gladewater Bears. We want to thank all of our sponsors, especially Godarzi and Young, as running backs tackled for no gain. What may be the last play of the game there. All of our new sponsors, Smith Quality Meats, Rowdy Creek Ranch, The Pit Stop. Thank you, Don Giovanni's and Duds, for supporting us. All the Live Gilmer folks out there who's supporting us with new sponsors. Really, really appreciate you. Cefco, Jeff, who is one of our new sponsors. A tank up on the corner of Highway 300 and Highway 271. We appreciate them. And that will be the last play of the game as the Buckeyes are going to take a victory to start. The Battle of G-Town now runs to 17-0 in 20-plus years as the Buckeyes have gotten the better of the Bears again. 42-14 tonight here from Jeff Traylor Stadium. Once again, folks, next week we're back here Friday night as your Gilmer Buckeyes will host the Henderson Lions in their next step in this 2021 journey. I'm Todd Robinson. The voice of the Buckeyes, Jeff Rash, saying good night. Go Buckeyes.